see that I'm a motherfucking P.I.M.P. Now shorty, she in the club, she dancing for dollars. She got a thing for that Gucci, that Fendi, that Prada, that BCBG, Burberry, Dolce & Gabbana. She feed them foolish fantasies, they pay her cause they want her. I spit a little G, man, and my gang got her. An hour later, had that ass up in the Ramada. Them trick niggas in her ear saying they think about her. I got the bitch by the bar trying to get a drink about her. She like my style, she like my smile, she like the way I talk. She from the country, think she like me cause I'm from New York. I ain't that nigga tryna holler cause I want some head. I'm that nigga tryna holler cause I want some bread. I could care less how she perform when she in the bed. Bitch, hit that track, catch a date and come and pay the kid. Look, baby, this is simple. You can't see you fucking with me, you fucking with a P.I.M.P. I don't know what you heard about me, but a bitch can't get $1 out of me. No Cadillac, no perms, you can't see that I'm a motherfucking P.I.M.P. I don't know what you heard about me, but a bitch can't get $1 out of me. No Cadillac, no perms, you can't see that I'm a motherfucking P.I.M.P. I'm about my money, you see, girl, you can holler at me. If you fucking with me, I'm a P.I.M.P. Now what you see on TV, no Cadillac, no greasy, head full of hair. Bitch, I'm a P.I.M.P. Come get money with me. If you curious to see how it feels to be with a P.I.M.P. Rolling the Benz with me. You could watch TV from the backseat of my V. I'm a P.I.M.P. Girl, we could pop some champagne and we could have a ball. We could toast to the good life, girl. We could have it all. We could really splurge, girl, and tear up the mall. If ever you needed someone, I'm the one you should call. I'll be there to pick you up if ever you should fall. If you got problems, I can solve them. They big or they small. That other nigga you be with ain't bout shit. I'm your friend, your father, and confidant. I know what you heard about me, but a bitch can't get $1 out of me. No Cadillac, no perms, you can't see that I'm a motherfucking P.I.M.P. I don't know what you heard about me, but a bitch can't get $1 out of me. No Cadillac, no perms, you can't see that I'm a motherfucking P.I.M.P. I told you fools before, I stay with the tools. I keep a Benz, some rims, and some jewels. I holler at her home till I got a bitch confused. She got on Payless, me, I got on gator shoes. I'm shopping for chinchillas in the summer, they cheaper, man. This hoe, you can have her when I'm done, I ain't gon' keep her, man. Bitches come and go, every nigga pimpin' know. You're saying it's secret, but you ain't gotta keep it on the low. Bitch, choose with me, I have you stripping in the street. Put my other hoes down, you get your ass beat. Now Nick, my bottom bitch, she always coming with my bread. The last nigga she was with put stitches in her head. Get your hoe out of pocket, I'll put a charge on a bitch. Cause I need 4 TVs and AMGs for the 6. Hoe make a pin rich, I ain't paying bitch. Catch a date, suck a dick shit. I know what you heard about me, but a bitch can't get $1 out of me. No Cadillac, no perms, you can't see that I'm a motherfucking P.I.M.P. I don't know what you heard about me, but a bitch can't get $1 out of me. No Cadillac, no perms, you can't see that I'm a motherfucking P.I.M.P. Yeah, in Hollywood they say there's no business like show business. In the hood they say there's no business like whole business, you know. They say I talk a little fast, but if you listen a little fast, I ain't gotta slow down for you to catch up, bitch.
Up in the club with my homies, trying to get a little VI, keep it down on the low key, cause you know how it is. I saw this shorty, she was checking up on me. From the game, she was spitting in my ear, you would think that she know me. I decided to chill. Conversation got heavy. She had me feeling like she's ready to blow. Watch out. Oh, watch out. She was saying, come get me. So I in my head now, got me thinking that it might be a good idea to take her with me. Cause she's ready to leave. Now I gotta keep it real now, cause on a 1 to 10, she's a certified 20. But that just ain't me, hey. Cause I don't know if I take that chance, just where's it gonna lead? But what I do know is the way she dance makes shorty alright with me. The way she getting low, I'm like, yeah, just work that out for me. She asked for one more dance, and I'm like, yeah, how the hell am I supposed to leave? And I said, shorty got down low, she said, come and get me. I got so caught up, I forgot she told me. Her and my girl used to be the best of homies. Next thing I knew, she was all up on me, screaming, yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah. That's just how you live. Oh, take.
Don't cry, she'll be back tomorrow. Take back all the time you borrowed. I'm no longer afraid to tell you that I need you, and I wish that you would come back for more. Locked down in a fold-out bed, singing the same song over and over again. You need me half as bad, and I settle for less than that. In my bed, there's a chunk that I find with you, but I was looking for someone who cared for me. I need a cigarette, I have a smoke to waste. I need a smaller bed to fill a vacancy. I'm so close to straight away. Put me on the road, put me on the road. Try my best to change my past, the way it's struck us. Cut through up and let me fall. So close to straight away. Put me on the road, put me on the road. Try my best to change my past, the way it's struck us. Cut through up and let me fall. I need you now. I need you next to me. Just keep me by your side. 'Cause I don't trust myself tonight. I'm so close to straight away. Put me on the road, put me on the road. Try my best to change my past, the way it's struck us. Cut through up and let me fall. So close to straight away. Put me on the road, put me on the road. Try my best to change my past, the way it's struck us. Cut through up and let me fall. Inside your brain, and realized all the things that I would say if I saw you again. And I'd break all the promises that I made to the girl I went to keep you. I ruined myself. Make me believe that this is what I need. Tell me that it's not over.
The one, the only, never-ending talk of I don't know what any of that meant. I just was spouting off like a bunch of random stuff. Is it working? Is it okay? I think you guys can hear me. It's probably very low though. Why is it so low? Why is so low? Okay, that's better. I was like, why is so low? We'd be so low and up in here. What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I don't think we're going to do a song tonight. Because, I don't know. I just don't feel like doing a song, I guess. I don't feel like I sing it. I don't want to sing. So instead, we're just gonna get like right into things. Miss Fally Fowl, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's up, girl? Happy Friday to you. TGIF.
I'm so happy today. I'm in such a good mood, dude.
Oh, why? Did you win the lottery?
Kind of.
Oh, wait, is like the one thing you've been working on for so long finally done?
No.
Oh.
An artist so I follow Nerd City, right?
I've heard of that creator. Can you tell me a little bit more about him? Because I'm not familiar with.
So longer than I followed Nerd City, I followed Death Inc.
Okay.
And longer than I've been following Death Inc. for approximately like 13 to 14 years. I've been following an artist named Vi.
Okay.
And he dips in and out of the internet, like he just deletes himself.
As some people tend to do.
Yeah. And but he doesn't tell anybody, he just deletes himself. And
sometimes it'd be like that.
And today he came back and it was he was streaming and it was really cool.
It was glorious. It's always nice when you see like people come back and do stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I know we were talking about the Cabal the other day, but I gotta tell you, I kind of like Augie RFC. I'm sure you probably don't like.
Nope.
I know. I knew. All right, let me finish. All right. I know that him and Nerd had had like a disagreement, but in the past he was one of the people who attacked Nerd unfairly.
It wasn't just
okay.
Fine.
I understand that, right? I'm aware, and I do think that what they did to him is total bullshit. But when you look at what's happened to so many of the people that come out of that space, I do think that Augie is a lot more well-grounded than a lot of the other people that came from that like little circle. Everybody else seems like they've completely had like, with exception of like Turkey Tom. But I am fair, right? Like Augie's never done anything to me. I can point out that what I think when he was like going after Nerd was total bullshit, right? But at the same time, I watched Augie. I find that his commentary for the most part, maybe back then he was more kind of caught up in the Cabal than he is now. But from what I saw, like when he covered Chud and Nick stuff, he seemed like he was like right down the middle, being fair to both people, calling out like ridiculousness when he was saying stuff about each side. So you know what? I like Augie. And there, I said it, okay? I know you don't, and I'm not saying you have to. Just because EG likes someone doesn't mean you have to. And you can like multiple people online and dislike multiple people online at the same time.
Of course, I never expected
But
that.
You always yell at me. You're always like, no, Eric! You're like, no, EG, you cannot do that!
Because I would like to change your mind, but you're pretty stubborn.
I am pretty stubborn. I usually, look, I'm the type of person that, like, I look at what's presented, and then I make a decision based on what I see.
And that's okay. That's okay. That's the only time I want to bring something up is like maybe provide you like an alternate perspective, that maybe you didn't think about. So yeah. Oh, I'm just in such a good mood. I can't be brought down today.
Good. Well, I'm glad that I told you I like Augie on a night where you're in a good mood. Because if she was in a bad mood, she'd be like, "No, no, EG, this is why he sucks. Because of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 reasons." He
does suck.
I've been enjoying his comeback. I've been enjoying like his little comeback thing. He's been busting out a lot of videos. I'm sure he's going to disappear again for a while. So you know what? When he comes back, I enjoy it. I liked what he did when the whole Bo Black thing came down. I thought he was entertaining. I think he's an entertaining guy. He's got like that radio swagger. He could have definitely been a radio DJ if he wanted to. So I heard everyone has to like whoever EG likes or he'll ban. That's exactly right. I'm going to ban Phallic if she starts giving me lip.
Oh no, please don't ban me. Are we teaming up with what's his face? Ricky?
I don't know what the fuck is going on there. They were all over us on Wednesday, and then now it's radio silence. But I think it's me.
No, they did just tweet.
They did just tweet.
Today's... Oh, I think no. That was a little bit ago.
Because a lot of people,
Do you want me to ask in the Discord?
I think, yeah. I mean, you can see if they want to come over. Everybody's waiting for us to talk. Yeah, I think Augie's entertaining for sure. He's a talented streamer. Here is the dealio. So I think that when I put out my video, I was like one of the first people to probably put out like a video about it, like an actual video about it, and they were just like, "Oh, he's bigger than we are. Let's go and jump on there and see if he's gonna debate us. We'll get some more exposure." And now so much more creators have covered it, and I wonder if they're like, "No, we should probably try to aim a little higher than EG, get some debates in." So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Are you there? Where'd you go?
I'm here.
I was mid convo with you.
I was texting
okay.
Ricky or messaging him on the Discord, the Neo Cheddar dude.
Yeah, and if they don't show up, then we get to go, "They ran!" Just like they were saying to me. They were running away.
That's so annoying. They said that. Did I tell you? They said that to me after we even like went off air.
What, they said we ran?
No, they asked me after.
Oh yeah, they wanted to debate you afterwards, right?
Yeah. And then I was like, "We can debate on Friday." And they're like, "Ran." And I was like, I gotta go get my baby to bed. So
yeah, I mean, I already went late than I normally go. I was already like, because we were talking about something else. I know DSB too was like, "Why didn't you debate them?" He was like upset that I didn't debate them. He's like, "It's a missed opportunity, dude." He was real nice about it, but at the same time, I'm like, dude, I can't let like some random 60 sub channel come in and just hijack my stream, you know? And not that it doesn't really matter about subs again, but like that would just, it's like an invitation to just anybody coming on and hijacking my platform. And I don't want to give people that power. So I establish a rule from the start that like, if you want to work something out, we could talk, but for the most part, like we're not gonna, you can't just pop in and derail the whole entire stream. I'm the only person allowed to derail the streams or foul it. Or sometimes if you guys have a good chat that really kind of sends me off into an ADHD spiral, sometimes that can derail the stream too. But you're not allowed to come in and request I change topic on the fly because you want to get you want to get on a stream where we're not even really talking about it at that time. Yeah,
and it's not even as big of a boost as you think it is.
No. Listen, I did, like I said, I look at Nerd City as like one of the greatest to ever do it, and getting a chance to sit down and interview him, you know, like you would think that like, oh my God, this is gonna be my big break, you know, getting a chance to sit down and talk with like the guy that I looked up to for so long. But then, you know, you realize at the end of the day, you know, people can help you out along the way, but at the end, you need to do the work. If you want to get bigger, it doesn't matter whose dick you attach yourself to. If you ain't funny, if you ain't entertaining, you ain't gonna grow.
Are you a part of their Ricky Live Discord?
No. Why would I go over into their Discord so they can sit there and call me AI?
Oh, well, that's where they're live there now.
Oh, we have to go into their Discord.
I told you I was a part of their Discord.
Well,
is there a way for me to join their Discord and you still here?
I feel like we need to, why don't you just create a call with all of us in it? Because listen, if they start spouting off, like this is my concern. I don't want them to like randomly start trolling and spouting off like racist language that will try to get me banned, and I need to be able to exit as soon as possible if they like, because I feel like these guys kind of fly by the seat of their pants, and they would have no problem like shouting like shit like that.
Should I start the call with EG Lately or Lately Gaming?
Lately Gaming.
Okay.
Yeah, lately racing, actually.
Oh, well, it's same thing.
Get it right! Or Pay the Price. That's from Salute Your Shorts. You remember that show, Salute Your Shorts? I'm aging myself now. Anyway, while she does that, here's the brand cut. All right, there's the brand cut. Perfect. Perfect. We're not gonna be doing unfortunately we're not gonna be doing like roll call today or anything because this is kind of like an unorthodox thing that we're doing here tonight. So this is our first time putting together something like this. Dead air, dead air, dead air, dead air, dead air. I don't know what should we say. What? Oh, I've been playing the Resident Evil game. I started up the Resident Evil game today because I'm just so into the series that I couldn't wait to do it on stream, and it's really good. So far, it's been really good. I cannot wait. Oh, you're in the VC. I can. Oh yeah, he's in the Lately Lounge. I think what I wonder if I could just pull him in here. Where did Falk go? Falk, hop back in here. Let me see if I can pull him into here. Ricky, can you hear me? Ricky, can you hear me?
All right, hello.
There he is.
What's up?
All right, Falk, come back. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. She was trying to like set up a whole call, and I was like, what's the best way to do this? We don't do debates very often. I wouldn't say that I'm a debate bro, you know, but if people challenge my opinions on things, I'm happy to talk about it.
Oh, sure.
How you doing tonight, man? Nice to meet you. I'm EG.
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I guess we're gonna wait for what's her name? Phallic weapon.
Yeah, penis weapon. Well, penis shaped weapon, I guess, is really the name that she chose. Hopefully, she's probably like still trying to set stuff up.
I mean, it should just be fine, like here on like this channel, right?
Yeah, it should be fine. We're live on air right now. The chat, say hello to Ricky.
I'm live as well.
Hi, Ricky's chat.
Well, would you look at that? Someone's guilty of being
super
total
chat.
badass. Chick
Thank
Nugs
you,
approves
Daniel's
this
crew.
message.
At the Daniels Crew super
This gonna
chatted $2. Sorry I'm late.
You're not late. You're just on time.
I don't think my webcam's gonna work. I don't know.
Yeah, it's up to you if you want to do your webcam. I could throw you up on the.
I don't think I
stream.
could figure it out.
Oh,
I'm on my stream anyway.
there she is. She's back now. So, if you go down to the bottom where it says turn on camera, there's that little arrow that's right next to it. When you hit that down arrow,
I don't think it's actually gonna load because I'm like using it on OBS as well. I think that's the problem, but
you
I
can.
don't think it matters.
Yeah, fair. You could use if you have a full screen, you can use your virtual camera too on OBS. See that thing that's like underneath recording? It says virtual camera. That basically just shows whatever is on your OBS at the time. I'm trying to do so many things at once. Trying to talk
That's
to the. Okay, I see the OBS thing, but I think you.
Okay, I don't think I said. We're gonna forget about it.
Yeah,
We're gonna forget about it.
It's fine. I'll just throw your icon up. Isn't that what the kids do these days when they're debating people? They throw the icons up. Professional streamer Ricky.
Phallic here.
Yeah, she's here. What are you doing, Fal? Can you hear us? Say something. I don't know what she's doing. Sometimes she's a mom, so sometimes she just has to run away and go take care of her kids. So it's possible that could have happened too.
All right.
Let me put this.
Exactly
So-
like just now. My son woke up from a nap. I will be back in probably like 5 minutes.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Well, we can wait. We can wait. You know,
Well, we could start
wait.
it.
What do I call you? Like lately or EQ?
A lot of people just call me EG.
I mean, oh, EG. My bad.
Yeah, EG. Like, except like I don't know if you ever saw someone talking and they say like EG. Like for example, it's kind of like that, but it's also like my initials, so it's like a double entendre, like a lot of different meanings behind it. To be honest, though, I just totally stole it off of Chelsea Handler's show because I like the name.
All right. You know, last Wednesday I saw you were streaming about the Chud versus Deorio.
Oh yeah, that's what
What's your thoughts on that?
So, I'm not too big of a fan of Deorio. I think that he like was way too close to the Ethan Klein thing, and he's just like sucking on the teat of him like a baby like starved for milk from a mommy's titty. and he just won't admit that that's like what he's doing right now. And I mean, obviously it's working for him. Like he's got more audience right now than he's ever had before. But like for him to get upset that Chud points that out makes no sense to me. And then I don't know, like that Chud is better off by himself, I think personally, because Chud just does better work when he doesn't have to worry about who he's upsetting.
You're right. You know, I'm really disappointed that Chud didn't. That Chud played like so nice with Deorio for like this last year, just for it to blow up in his face.
Well, you know what? It's funny too because a lot of people like knew that was probably going to happen. It's only so long because Nick doesn't keep friends. Like that's like Nick will have friends, but like he doesn't have. At some point, he always has a falling out with them. It's almost like guaranteed.
Yeah.
So
is it all right if you let in Neon Cheddar into the call as well?
Neon Cheddar, yeah. I mean that's fair. We can go 2-on-2, but if it gets to the point where everybody's like screaming over each other, I'll probably have to do something to. You seem like a pretty well-mannered individual at the moment, so. Great, now I'm gonna have to create another. I just finally got your window up on the stream, and now I gotta add another person. All right, let's get Neo Cheddar here on stream. Neo Cheddar, can you hear us, sir? With the Sandpiker, with the Sandpiker profile picture.
Yes, you have a problem with that?
I'm sorry?
You have a problem with that?
I'm just not too big a fan of him. I think that he's kind of.
I'm not a big fan of Deorio.
Well, no, but I'm not a big fan of Deorio either. So we have that in common, I guess. Start off with what we all agree on, I guess. Makes sense.
Okay.
So I'm picking up a heavy accent there. Is that where are you from? Without doxing yourself.
I'm from the US. Don't think people in the US have accent?
Is it just me? I can't really understand what he's saying.
I said, let me turn up the microphone.
Okay, yeah, try turning up the mic a little bit and see if that helps.
He's saying he's American.
Is it better right now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. All right.
I said I'm from the USA.
From the USA. Did you? I guess you immigrated here.
I'm back.
I immigrated from India.
India, awesome.
Are you a H-1B?
I don't want to talk too much about personal details.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, is everyone ready?
Yeah, we're all good.
Yeah, just give me one more second. I'm trying to throw up Neo whatever's face up here, just so people know who's talking and when. So that people can't be like accused of saying things. Not that I think anybody's gonna give a shit about this stream other than the people that are in it.
I don't know. I think we're gonna have a good time, right, guys?
I mean, that's what we do here, right? We just have we just have good times. Okay, I think I got everybody down there now at the bottom. Perfect. Good golly. Great. All right, everybody. Yeah, I think we're ready to go. It's only fair that it's not just me and Phallic versus Ricky, so I let Ricky have Neo Cheddar. Strong accent on him, so you know, if you have any, maybe he can elaborate if you guys miss anything that he says. So I guess let's just start off.
Yeah, EQ, you have a big problem with Parry.
I don't like what he said about. First off, okay.
I have a huge problem with Parry, actually.
Okay. Well, he all right. Wait until they address the question to you, Phallic. Okay, I'm a big boy. Okay. And first, it's EG, not EQ. EQ though is kind of cool. It's like a sound thing.
EG, I'm sorry. I'm not. I promise I'm not doing it on purpose. For some reason, I'm seeing that G has a Q.
I don't know why. That's weird. But all right. So I have a problem with Parry. Yes, I think that what he said about Brandon's family, especially since like he doesn't know Brandon personally, is like egregious, unethical, And I think that it's like setting this standard is why nobody takes like smaller channels seriously, because we all seem like desperate to get the attention of like these big fish. And if you get the attention of a big fish, like what Parry has done is just really kind of reinserting this narrative that shitter channels are only there to stir shit and to not make actual valuable points. And I think that the way that he went about it was gross. I don't understand why he had to bring up his dead brother. I can understand like going for a I think we just lost Neo. I think we can understand like going for a get noticed moment. Most of us do it, right? Like I'm not gonna lie, like clickbaity stuff is definitely pretty normal in the world of YouTube. But I think going that route was just way, way, way too far. And I think it says a lot about someone who could sit there and say the things about someone that they've never met, based on, I guess, his YouTube or whatever other reason that you dislike this man, but to threaten to basically rape his wife or to
Wait, he said run a train.
well
Also,
listen, okay.
Kathy disconnected. So can you try dragging him back in?
Yeah.
We can bring him back in.
I just brought him back in. He's back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
But listen, okay,
like-
the reason why I say it's suggestive rape is because I don't think that she's gonna allow y'all to run a train on her. So if he's saying I'm gonna run a train on your wife when you die, something tells me that she's not gonna be okay with that, which means that it's not gonna be consensual at some point here. So that's why it comes off very rapey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so the running a train comment isn't out of nowhere. It's actually a comment Brandon made about Sneeko's girl a few years ago.
Well, then the same thing. Brandon should not be making that shit either.
All right. And would you have a different opinion of Parry if he was like slightly larger? Let's say like 50K?
No.
Okay,
Anybody,
then I don't know why you brought up like him being a shitter at like the start.
because I'm a shitter too, and I know how we do things. I've been in this like commentary game for a minute now, like for at least 2 years, and I know that I'm still kind of novice when it comes to most people who've been here for long, but I follow commentary much longer than that, and I understand why. Okay, why did Parry like randomly decide to go after? Well, hang on, Falk, you could go first, and then we'll before we move on to the next topic, because I know Falk wants to add in her thing, so.
What do you want? Where do you want me to start?
So
Like,
go back to his original question. So you have a problem with Parry. I listed why I have a problem with Parry. You can list why you have a problem with Parry.
My issue with Parry is not only is the point of his argument inconcise, the way he delivers his argument is also inconcise. He repeats himself multiple times throughout the video. And he doesn't even try to structure his argument in a way that is coherent for most people to digest. So when you're talking to your audience, like you really don't get feedback, and usually it's a delay, right? E.g., like from the chat. And so you take a pause in that moment. Maybe me and E.G. will talk to each other and then wait to hear from the audience. He doesn't do that. He just I think the most egregious, there are a couple of egregious moments where he's like, oh, the medical city, Medicare, whatever labeling, he repeats that 3 or 4 times. And then also with the, oh, it's unplugged, repeats that 3 or 4 times, like the same kind of sentence. He doesn't deviate from it. And so for me, that informs me that his argument is not found in any sort of fact or logic. It's founded in just what he feels at the moment, at the time. So my question to you would be then, why do you trust his logic over Brandon's?
Well, I just want to bring up, Parry's also just like a streamer. He's not like some video essay trying to make like some super detailed argument. He likes to
course.
ramble on stream, right?
Yeah.
But why would that make it okay for him to like bring up Brandon's dead brother and say that he was a scammer too? Now that didn't come from Sneeko.
Yeah.
That did not come from Sneeko, you know.
Wait a second.
Let's start.
Can I
Yeah,
interrupt?
go, Kathy.
I'm gonna address all the claims you made. Number one, he said that his dead brother is a scammer, right? But he said, is his dead brother, did his dead brother do a scam? He didn't say he is a scammer. He said, did he do a scam? That's the difference. He asked a question.
But you know the
Also,
insinuation there.
can I finish? I let you talk.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Also, with the Medical City thing, he said, this sounds like it's a fake name. He didn't say it is a fake name. It said Medical City is such a ridiculous name. It sounds like as if it is fake. He didn't say it is fake. Also, with the not plugged in, it wasn't plugged in. So there's no lies in any statement you mentioned just now. You didn't state any lie.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I mean, why didn't he think to Google whatever city healthcare he was at? Why didn't he like think to Google that and just like
he said it sounds like it's fake, and then he Googled it, but because he's in Malta, the Google search results are not going to be tailored to the US. He did Google it on stream.
He Googled it and it didn't pop up.
Yeah, because he's in Malta, the search results are not going to be related to.
I'm gonna look up
US.
I'm just gonna look up Medical City Healthcare. I'm not sure if that's
you live in the US. That's different.
He said because he lives in Malta. But wouldn't you adjust like
you have a VPN?
Is that his first?
EG?
Yeah, I have a VPN. Is that like his first time using Google? Because you like if I wanted to look up a certain hospital in Malta, wouldn't he add Malta? Like he knows that like Brandon is like a Texan, so like.
I think he added Texas. I'm not sure 100%, but I remember on stream he said, "Where does he live? Doesn't he live in Texas?" So he had Medical City in Texas. Medical City is such a generic combination of words, so I don't know if it will appear in the first page. He didn't do extensive research, yes, but he didn't claim that it was fake hospital. He said it sounds so ridiculous, it almost sounds like it's fake. That's what he said. He never said it's fake.
I mean, he did say that it was plugged in, and then he went on to call him a scammer.
Yeah, but it wasn't plugged in. Was it plugged
Getting
in?
so far as to go to that one wasn't plugged in, but there's a machine
so
right next to it that is the same exact machine that was clearly on.
He didn't comment on the one next to it. He commented on the one that wasn't plugged in. He said it's not plugged in, and it wasn't plugged in. Doesn't matter if it's on batteries. The one next to it is plugged in.
It's the same machine. It's the same exact machine.
Do you think there's an issue with doubting his story?
No, I understand. Okay, first I want to be clear. Like I understand the blowback that people have when a big YouTuber asks for money, right? Because we see like I think a lot of the stems from Moist Critical, like revealing the amount of money he makes and why he doesn't want to accept donations anymore. I can understand that, and I can understand why Parry was like, no. Like the only thing I agree with Parry is that, you know, I can understand people being like, why should I foot your bill when you made the decisions in your life that ended you up where you are? That's it. But at the same time, like that doesn't necessarily mean a scam. You know, and if you guys have, I'm not sure if you guys are monetized on YouTube or whatever, but the content that Brandon does is so salacious that any video that involves a gun or drugs, which let's be honest, is probably about 70 to 80% of the videos that Brandon makes, are being demonetized immediately. That means no ad revenue. It looks like now he's leaning into like, you know, his sponsorships more. But those are usually typically like referral based. Like if I were like most people you see, unless they're like massive, typically do those things in hopes that, you know, a portion of a sale that might come from those things will come back and get kicked back to you. I only have minimal experience with it. I've only had one sponsor.
Is massive, right?
He is massive, but again, his videos are being demonetized. Like most, like,
right? You know, that's why he has a Patreon, right?
Yeah, the Patreon, exactly. Yeah,
and we know. Well, now it's private, but the last time Brandon's like Patreon members were public was around like February 2023, and he was earning around $7,000 a month on Patreon.
Okay, that's pretty good. I mean, that's not millionaire status though, which is why I believe which I believe was word that Parry said, right? This millionaire YouTuber.
But this is also February 2023. Brandon has exploded since then. So, I can likely assume that these numbers are much, much bigger now.
Fair, but if you were on your deathbed, right, and you're sitting there and you're like, oh my god, first off, we could debate whether or not Brandon was actually close to death, but I don't. Brandon has not been the type of guy that really kind of ever asked for money or donations. Yeah, join my Patreon so that all this work I put into these videos is getting seen by people who and I could get something back from it. But like, if you were on your deathbed, would you not be worried for your children's future, your wife's future, and just maybe do a Hail Mary and say, hey, just in case I kick the bucket, maybe you guys can help me out here?
I fully understand it, but I think Brandon is fully responsible for the situation he was in.
I'm not disagreeing with that. But okay, so where would the term calling him retarded several times over and over again fit into this?
Before we go to a new point, can we address the point you made? He said most of his videos, because he has gun on it, he's not monetized. I just checked one of the videos where he's holding a gun on the thumbnail, and he deals with guns. I checked if it's monetized or not, and it is monetized.
Yeah,
So
but it could.
With the idea that most of his videos are monetized.
From my own personal experience being a partner YouTuber, I know that a lot of
percentage in side chats too.
You can also be monetized, but also restricted or 18 plus monetized as well too. So just because there's videos
that will appear as restricted, it will not show up as monetized.
Okay, we can argue and go through every single one of Brandon's videos, but the majority of the time,
you said if the video has guns, then it will not be monetized. I just checked one of those that have guns.
Typically, if you have guns or drugs, your video will not be monetized.
They are monetized.
But again, you guys are painting this picture that he's Mr. Beast in every single video.
I'm not saying
he
Mr.
makes.
Beast. When did we say that? We said he's well
he
off.
Claims
I
that he
didn't say
claims
he's
him
a
as BB
billionaire.
guns.
I said he's well off, right?
Yeah. Well,
Like what bill do you think
Perry
Brandon has
claimed he was a
to pay?
millionaire.
Let's use
Not
Boogie.
you.
Let's use Boogie 2988 as an example here. This guy's got 4 million subscribers, and the guy was flat fucking broke. Was about to lose his
Because
house.
he wasn't making any videos in the past year or so.
Yes, he was. He came out and told everybody he had cancer. What do you mean he wasn't making videos?
Audience.
Exactly.
He spent all his money on like toys.
But I'm just pointing out, like,
audience.
subscriber
He's doing a low count.
subscriber count doesn't necessarily translate to revenue.
Subscriber count doesn't matter, but if you look at the viewership, Brandon Buckingham has a very high viewership per video.
Look, I'm willing to concede on the point that yes, Brandon, being the massive YouTuber he is, asking for money is typically never going to do you any favors with an audience. I'm willing to give you guys that point. But the point...
Wait, hold on. I wanna go back to the Boogie point. Boogie isn't broke because he wasn't making enough money. Boogie's broke because he was constantly spending his money
on crypto.
He lost all his money on Bitcoin, right?
Well, it's funny because he would have been like fucking stupid rich if he had kept it too, which is even more funny. But yeah, no, he made bad investments, but he seems to be making decent money off this lolcow thing now. But I was just using that as an example as YouTubers that have large audiences that don't necessarily make a lot of money. And yes, a lot of it
Parry
can
was
go...
making a similar point.
Well, then what? Okay, yeah, and I agree. I'm not disagreeing with the fact that I even said in my video as well that I can understand why people get like annoyed when big time YouTubers ask for money, because they're the only people who put themselves in that situation. When you go YouTube full time, you're not getting benefits. As far as I know, Google's never offered me a benefit package for being a partner. So I know that that's not something that you could deal with. But those medical bills are a lot. And again, if he was grifting, I'd be the first person to be like, this is terrible. But I mean, he wasn't. I feel like the guy was seriously, he went to all these different countries. Who knows what could have happened to him when he was in these different countries. And he was scared for his family. And I think that's where he came from. So and again, I'll be the first to admit that, yeah, being a big time YouTuber doesn't give you that ability to put that on your audience. And I've made videos before about similar creators who've made the jump to quit their job, focus on YouTube full time, and then get mad at their audience when they stop donating. So I'm willing to concede that point that Parry, if that was all Parry said, let's be honest, we wouldn't be having this discussion, and that's not what Parry did, right?
He sort of said, well, wait a second. So you're saying that he's begging his audience because he's thinking about his family, his children, or whatever. So he's begging the audience. Who's Buckingham's friends? Can you list just 3 names?
Yeah, he's friends with Turkey Tom. He's friends with Wavy Web Surf, Deorio. He's Mutahar. Yeah,
these are millionaires, and you can't deny that they are not millionaires. They are millionaires. Mutahar comes and say, "I am a millionaire. I run whatever. I'm an engineer," which is a lie. But he's a millionaire.
That was a lie.
Turkey Tom is a millionaire.
Yeah.
Pendagoon is a millionaire. Why would he ask his audience, who probably 99.9% don't make as much as him? Why would he ask his audience and not his friends? Would you ask strangers?
I think his friends did donate, though. I do think his friends
How did
did.
you know? How do you know?
Because you can go on his video that he
Yeah, but
posted and see
they
all
donated
the.
how much? Like
Plus-
10,000. That's it. If he needs $300,000, why wouldn't he ask Muntahar to give him 50,000? He asked Wendigoon to give him 50,000. If each of his friends that he makes videos with, 5 of his friends, 6 of his friends, if they give 50,000 out of their money, which is nothing to them, nothing.
I don't know. I
You
mean,
would have
50,000 is still a
also-
lot to anybody, really, though. I mean,
Yeah,
I think the one
not
thing
for-
my experience with this whole thing, right? I've talked to YouTubers that have 8 million subscribers, and I've talked to YouTubers that have 50. Like, at the end of the day, they're all the same people. Some are a bit more on their high horse than others, but we don't know if those conversations went on.
They admit they present themselves as, yes, I have millions of dollars. Mutahar says it. He doesn't hide it. I do investment. I make millions. Why didn't he ask Mutahar?
And Mutahar also works a normal job too.
What? So what?
He's an engineer. Didn't you guys know?
Yeah, engineer,
He's a
tech
fucking-
engineer.
he's a fucking
But
big
he
time
has
engineer.
investment. He brags about being a millionaire all the time.
Yeah, but he's also a
All right,
fucking
EQ.
liar. So I don't know if we could
Yeah,
really
but
go.
he has money. He lied his way into having money. He has a lot of money. It doesn't matter if he lied or not. He has money. Turkey Tom, we know he has money. Wendigoon, you know for sure he has a lot of money. So all these people he's around, they have so much money, but yet he goes to his audience, give me money.
Well, we don't know if he didn't
Well,
have
no.
conversations.
But also, it's like, have you ever asked your friends for money? Like that's like an embarrassing thing to
On
be
the
in.
back
And I'm
value,
sure
would I ask strangers or my friends? Probably my friends.
I would probably, if I was an influencer, put it out to the public, like make it known that I need help.
Because you're shitty.
But
Well, you would put it out there to let it known. You wouldn't go to them in private.
Yeah, but then the
And
average
then if
Joe
they
who
saw
who
the video,
lives
they would
paycheck
support
by
you.
paycheck, we're gonna spend $100 on Buckingham because he thinks he's dying and he needs him, when he has friends that can give him that money easily.
Sure.
I don't want to take too much.
You
time
don't have
from
to
being
donate
accused
if you
of
don't
being
want to donate, dude.
the man star.
it is
All
voluntary.
right, EG, can I ask a question? Because
Yeah,
I think we agree on this.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
All right. If Brandon was a responsible adult, do you think he could have avoided asking his audience for money?
He could have.
Absolutely not.
I mean, he
In
could
the
have.
Democratic
I mean, he doesn't. I mean, he didn't. I disagree with you here, Phil, because he didn't have to make that video. I mean, he didn't have to. But I think it came out of like terror for him that he thought he was gonna die. If you ever been in the ICU, which I have,
Well,
it's pretty freaking terrifying. I mean, granted, at that point, I didn't like do YouTube or anything. If I died, it was just gonna happen. Nobody was gonna know, and nobody was gonna care. But I don't know. I mean, if I had a wife and kids, I don't know. Maybe I'd think about it. It'd probably cross my mind. But I guess what you're really asking is is the morals, like, does he?
no, I'm not asking moral. I'm saying if Brandon was a responsible adult and had insurance and saved up his money, do you think he could have avoided being in the situation where he has to ask his audience for money?
I agree. Yeah, absolutely. He could have bought insurance with Obamacare.
All right, Falik, do you agree?
that he could have gotten insurance? No.
He lives in California. California is as close as it is to be.
Doesn't he live in
Hi.
Texas?
Hi, Californian here, and
I'm sorry.
Texas is
Texas,
much
okay,
different.
Texas. You can still come on. You tell me? Are you gonna tell me that Brandon Buckingham can't pay for health insurance? He has a kid, for fuck's sake. Who's gonna pay for the health insurance with a kid and the wife? If the wife,
He
if
will,
something
he
happens
will.
to
And
his
then
wife,
you want to know, okay, so I used to work for a private law firm that there were only 3 people in the office, me, the receptionist, didn't really have anything. The accountant he did accountant things, and the lawyer who did most of the stuff. So, the insurance for the company that was paid to the employees was tied to his personal health care that the lawyer had to pay for his family. So he had to pay for himself, his wife, and his 2 sons, around $1,300 a month just to get private insurance for them, not including the insurance he needed to get for his employees. It's not really a feasible, unless you're pulling in that amount of money, in addition to what it costs for Brandon, like you mentioned,
that's
to
nothing
travel.
to Brandon.
Yeah. Okay, so
1900 is nothing.
we're talking about affordability, right? Are we not?
We're talking about affordability
Yeah.
for big YouTubers.
He could
Yeah.
afford.
Yeah. So as a business, as Brandon Buckingham's business for his channel, he would have to buy private insurance, which in my experience has at least been upwards of $1,000 a month for a family of 4. And I'm being generous. So
But he doesn't. He doesn't pay for insurance for his employee. I don't think they are.
he does.
Okay.
He
Okay.
mentioned
he's paying
it
for his
when
employee, but not for
his
himself.
editor got shot in the throat.
So he has
You
insurance
guys
for his
forget that
employee, but
video?
not for himself.
I can bring it up. Hold
Even
on.
worse.
I
Yeah,
think that we're kind of being painted into a corner though, because this isn't like we can argue this all day, but this isn't the heart of why I even made my video. Like we can talk, like if it was just like should big YouTubers ask for money, I probably would have been like, nah, probably not, right? But where my problem, like the whole reason I have a problem with Parry was the way that he was delivering his arguments. It was the way that he was just being toxic and vicious towards people he didn't know, attacking Brandon's family. That's where my main issues are. If it was
What did he
simply
say about his family?
So
Give an example.
wait, hold on, Kathy. Hold on,
telling
Kathy.
his kid that his kid was got Down syndrome, he should probably get that checked.
Yeah, he said he looks like he's retarded. He didn't say he is.
I mean, come on, what's the difference,
Which is
dude?
totally okay.
Yeah.
Like I love when people say my kid looks retarded. What the fuck, dude?
Do you guys have kids?
No,
Yeah.
but
Okay, so then you.
EG, correct me if I'm wrong, but in your video about Parry, you said you wouldn't have a problem if Brandon beat the shit out of Parry.
No, I just said I wouldn't be surprised if Brandon travels and he does jujitsu, and he did the thing where like he likes wrestling people, and he's had issues with even scarier people like rappers and people who like shoot people and shit. So I don't think that he's that worried about Parry. But I would not be shocked if Brandon showed up one day at in Malta or wherever he's at, and decided to make him the topic of a video. I mean, you got to see the shit that he runs with.
Something.
Harry invited him. He offered for him to come, and there's another streamer by the name of Jesstalk. He said he will fund Brandon Buckingham's full trip and hotel.
Well, I don't watch J-Stalk. I don't know, but I do think that
in Valletta, he can.
we are in a time where people are way too comfortable sitting behind their cameras and just saying the most vicious, hurtful shit.
Hold on a second. You said he friends with rappers just because they're black. You think they're rappers?
No.
No, the rappers because they're rappers. Do you watch?
Yeah, and Brandon Buckingham is a rapper himself.
They don't rap.
Do you watch a lot of Brandon's videos?
No.
Okay, so then so then what you're actually saying is more racist than what I was saying. You're the one who's implying that because they're black.
I didn't say you did say. I just asked.
No, but he always lets them spit bars. Like he'll walk up to random people like, "Let's hear your best bars," and they're all very excited to do it. A lot of them are producers, people who are in the industry. A lot of times, that's how he links up. He'll go in and talk to one of the biggest rappers in the area, and the rapper will take him around.
Because I didn't hear you clearly. Someone in chat said he said the black people are scary because they are rappers.
Who said that?
Someone in chat is saying you said that.
Where did that come from? Wait, in
In
your
your
chat or my
Not
chat?
mine.
Oh, I don't know who's saying that, but I've never. If you could find a clip, I'd love to see it because that would be a shock to me that I would say anything like that.
Jimmy, do you know? Have you watched a video of Brandon?
I've watched a lot
I
of
remember
Brandon's videos.
when Perry was interviewing a guy about Lolicon or whatever.
Yeah, Lolicon, which
Yeah,
we didn't
it's
even
the
get to
guy who
that
was
part.
interviewing him. He's calling you out. So the guy who was interviewing him, who exposed Perry, so you can't say he's
Wait, the guy that
okay.
was interviewing Perry saying that I said that black people are
Yeah, he's
scary
saying
because
you're
they're
racist,
rep.
and he's black. He's half black.
Okay, find me one clip of me being racist. I would
don't
love.
know,
I'd love to see
okay,
it. You
he's in
can't.
chat. Jimmy, get on it.
You come over to my chat
All
so
right.
that I can actually see what you're
EG.
saying. He's just talking in a chat that I can't respond to. Of course he's gonna. First off, there is not one person out there that could say that I sit here and have ever said anything negative about black people. I think it's just such a low-hanging fruit for people to say these days. It's so easy. Oh, you're racist. Oh, how? I don't know. I'm pretty sure you said. Are you? Because I know what
You
I've
say
said.
black people are scary. I don't know if any non-racist would say something like that.
When? Okay.
You don't have to
When did I say that though? That is such a.
That's what
That
I'm
is
hearing
such a.
people saying.
Okay. Well, I could say I've heard shit too. It doesn't make it true.
Well, Jimmy, if you want to join the
It's-
call and confront him as a black person,
Go ahead. Yeah, if you want to come in and tell me where I said anything about black people, I'd love to see the clip. I'd love to see it.
Okay, so while we wait on that, EG, you said that you have a problem that today online, people can put up a webcam, start talking shit without any consequence.
Yes.
What do you think should be done about that?
I mean, it depends. Like, if you're blatantly pointing out, like, this is a case that could be landing Parry in, like, court. Because you're basically, I mean, we all know that Parry's full of shit, right? Brandon was actually sick, right? Brandon actually did have something happen to him medically. And Parry's selling this idea that Brandon is, like, making this all up. So, I
He was
mean,
selling the idea that he had doubts, right?
say that again? He had
Should
okay,
you
come
be
on. This is
sued for, like, doubting
semantics.
the story?
You know what he's doing. You know he's planting a seed. You know that he's sitting
Yeah,
there
but
saying,
hold on.
he's fucking lying. This guy's taking you all for a ride. Like, come on.
Yeah, he was saying this guy is lying because Brandon wasn't posting any medical documents. But as soon as
Why
Brandon
does he
posted
have
medical
to?
documents,
He shouldn't have to. That's like his
because
private
he's asking
shit.
for money. His donation
he's
should know
asking for
that this is
hundreds
an
of
actual
thousands of
scene. And as
dollars.
soon as
You can't ask
Brandon
for that
posted
much
his
and
medical
not give any
documents,
No,
evidence.
no, no.
Ah,
no,
here we
no,
go.
no,
We
no,
can't-
said,
no.
all right, he was actually sick.
He was.
He was, yeah, he was in the fucking ICU,
Yeah, and
dude.
Perry said it as soon as Brandon posted the medical documents.
Okay, well, why is he going, like, why is he making such
Why should
wild
he
fucking
have to
accusations?
post his medical documents, which
Yeah.
he does
He's asking
have,
for hundreds of
by the
thousands
way.
of
Because he's
dollars.
asking for
not
money,
asking
right?
then
No, he asked for money when he was sick, and
Okay,
that's
wait a
a
second.
wild thing to say. Is like, hey, before we give you any money at all, we're not
Alright,
going to believe
Neo,
you.
you gotta let her.
Someone said, Jimmy.
I
said-
feel like I've been pretty quiet this whole time.
Yeah.
No, but you are interrupting when there. Someone said.
Okay, okay, fine.
Where can I send it?
What, the clip of me saying black people are scary?
Inbox?
Yeah, send it to me. I'll put it on the stream.
Okay, 1 second. As you said, find the clip, and I will admit that I'm racist.
I would love to see this. This is gonna be great. Cause there's no no way that I would ever say that. I love the brothers and the sisters. They're like
Here
my
you go.
favorite people.
I sent it.
Oh, wait, you sent it? You probably sent it to. Where did you send it to?
You told me in inbox.
Yeah, I haven't received it yet.
It's in Lately's inbox.
All right, well, we'll give it a second to come through. Maybe it's taking a minute.
Okay, classic dodging. It's literally there.
I mean, it's not. I haven't received. I got both of my Discords. Oh, you sent it to my email?
Email? No, I sent it
No,
to
you're
Lately.
just-
Oh, you put it on my. You put it in my Discord inbox. I thought you meant you
Yeah.
sent it to my inbox in my messenger.
No.
All right, hang on. Let me find this thing here. Talks amongst yourselves. We don't want dead air on here.
All right.
Oh,
Alec.
yes.
What were you saying?
I can't
just said I
remember.
wouldn't be
What was the last
surprised.
point?
All right. I was making the point that Parry was doubting that Brandon was actually sick.
Yes.
So, but as soon as Brandon proved that he was sick, he said he retracted it. So why should he be sued for that?
Why should Parry be sued for his retraction?
So EG for said, Parry has a possible lawsuit because he was lying about Brandon.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm saying he shouldn't be
Hey, let
sued.
them play the clip.
No,
I
no,
think
no, no, no. But here's
just
the
play
part. Okay, so what I
they'll
believe you're
let
trying,
you get out of this.
Cheddar.
Let them play the
Right.
clip. Stop distracting from the clip because you know what's coming.
I'm trying to pull it up, dude. Relax, man. It takes me a second. I produce my own show. Like, I don't have like people
You've
doing
been
this
streamer
shit.
for like 6 years and you can't pull a clip.
Listen, I'm a professional streamer. Don't you question it. All right.
Waiting TikTok.
Can I speak, or are you going to?
Yeah, you can speak.
Hang on,
Well,
Fallon.
that
I
again.
have. I'm gonna play whatever this clip
Fucking
is real quick here.
Jesus Christ, dude.
All right, ready? Here it is. Whatever this is here. I just said I wouldn't be surprised if Brandon travels and he does jujitsu, and he did the thing where like he likes wrestling people, and he's had issues with even scarier people like rappers and people who like shoot people and shit. So I don't think that he's that worried about Parry. But I would not be shocked if Brandon showed up one day at in Malta or wherever he's at, and decided to make him the topic of a video. Where the fuck did I say anything about black people in this clip?
Wait, EG, can you share your screen so I can also hear the clip?
You can't even see the clip.
I just played it on the whole stream.
Yeah, you said he has scarier people like rappers.
Where did I say, dude?
You don't have to say black people. You know how we
I am literally
sharing urban kids.
Dude, you guys are gonna break your arms reaching.
But obviously, you're referring to black people.
No, I'm not, dude. I'm talking about drug addicts.
What do you mean rappers? Who are the rappers is meeting?
Have you ever watched? You guys have never watched Brandon. He's literally in fucking shootouts.
That's like they say urban kids or urbans.
Dude. All right, hang on. Let everybody listen again to this real quick. All right. Everybody listening. And by the way, the stream is up in the Discord. All you have to do is hit watch stream and you will see the clip. All right. I know you guys are new to this, but I swear I'm playing it. The whole chat's seeing it. Look, yeah. I just said I wouldn't be surprised if Brandon travels and he does jujitsu, and he did the thing where like he likes wrestling people, and he's had issues with even scarier people like rappers and people who like shoot people and shit. So I don't think that he's that worried about Parry. But I would not be shocked if Brandon showed up one day at in Malta or wherever he's at, and decided to make him the topic of a video. Okay, again, where am I explicitly saying black people?
Hold on.
Do you know Eminem? Have you heard of Eminem? Eminem is one of the biggest rappers in the world. He's white, and he also
That's an outlier. That's an outlier. When people say rappers, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Eminem.
Yes, actually. A lot of people will say Eminem's one of the best to ever do it. Tupac got shot. All right.
Like you would say, oh, basketball players, athletes.
Basketball players, what?
Right?
Do basketball players get shot all the time?
Doesn't mean that you didn't mean black.
All right. Does anybody feel like, aside from like incredibly extreme leftists, that is a racist comment?
Not extreme leftists. Don't try to deflect to politics now.
You made a big deal about this clip, and it was the most nothing burger I've ever heard. Brandon he's
rappers are scary. What's scary about rappers?
You're the one making it about rappers. My thing was about about the Kia Boys video where he literally goes stealing cars with a bunch of white kids.
What makes them scarier? What makes rappers scarier?
I said rappers and scarier individuals.
Jeez,
like car thieves.
You said
which one of us has watched Brandon and which one of us has not? You just admit it. You just admit it. You've never watched him. So how could you possibly understand what I'm saying?
Are you lying and saying he doesn't do that? He meets with black people.
And white people and like when he went to Kensington.
Just because it's
All right, Neo, I'm gonna mute you.
Hold on.
Neo,
Let's focus on the black
Neo,
people.
I'm
Can
gonna
we-
I'm gonna
Hold on.
mute you if you don't
Calling him
give us.
scary.
You're gonna get muted.
Are you
all
shitting
right?
me?
Stop. Let us talk. All right. You've self-admitted that you haven't watched any of Brandon's content.
I didn't say any. I said I don't watch all of his content.
Okay. So when I say that he's done stuff with scarier people, you're the one whose brain went to black people. Rappers come in all
You said
different colors.
rappers.
You're the one who's making the stereotype that all rappers are black. You are the one who's actually being racist here.
No. When you call, I'm not saying all rappers are black, but people like you, instead of saying
People
black
like
people
you.
directly, they will say, "Oh, rappers."
What is people?
Athletes.
What is
So
people
them
like me?
athletes are really.
What is people
I
like me,
mean,
Neo?
violent, them athletes, but you know what you mean.
What is people like me?
People like you who are willing to say racist things on stream.
That is, sir, you've lived a very privileged life if you think that what I said there was racist. I can assure you there is
Maybe
way
it's
worse.
implicit racism that you don't understand, but it's
Okay.
definitely you said rappers are scared because they're black. That's what you said.
That is not what I said. He goes on trips with people who steal cars. He literally was getting shot at after stealing a Kia that is on his Patreon. Dude, if you don't know Brandon's content, how can you even sit here and
I
act
watched
like...
these content. I watched it on Parry reviewed some of his video and I watched it.
Okay, so then
You
when
know
I
it's
say
people
rappers
taking drugs,
and
by the way,
scarier
he's a drug
individuals...
addict. He's been taking drugs, taking fentanyl, taking Persicate, taking opioids, all kind of drugs. And then when his organ fails, he's saying, "Oh, my organ fails out of nowhere." You're like 30 years old. How did your organ fail out of nowhere?
Are you familiar with jujitsu and staph infections and how many staph infections come from rolling around on the...
He said he's been throwing up for like 6 months and he didn't go to the doctor.
Yeah, a lot of people don't go to the doctor right away because they
Throwing
think
blood,
it's just a
throwing up
flu.
blood,
From the
will
what?
make you throw up blood.
Growing up is just the flu.
No, but a lot of people will wait to go to the doctor to see if they could kick it themselves. Or they'll just think they're in a funk.
Well, he waited for too long because he was throwing up blood. He said that to himself. Throwing up blood is not normal.
Okay, some people just don't like going to the doctors. I don't know, like, what I mean,
if
we
you
can...
have like
What does this have to do with Parry saying he was going to run a train on Brandon's wife? What does this have to do with Parry saying that Brandon's dead brother was scamming people? You guys are making this so weird. You guys won't even talk about the heart of what my video was.
Also, you didn't say rappers and scary people. You said even scarier people.
Yes, like car
rappers.
thieves. Or people
Like
that are
rappers.
making fentanyl in
Most of the
Kensington.
rappers-
Do you know
Wait,
where I
you
live?
Buckingham
Do you know what
Mountain.
city
Most of
I
the
live
rappers'
in?
teammates are black.
Do you know what city I live in? I
Most
live
of the
in
rappers-
Philadelphia,
Dude,
the home
you
of the
let
biggest.
him talk
When you
for
say
2
scary
seconds.
People like rappers.
All right,
Shut
Neo,
up.
Neo,
Shut
you're
up.
getting muted. All right, for a minute. All right, I'll let you come back in a second. But Jesus Christ, dude, you need to know when to stop. All right.
Can you make a point, EG, please?
Yes, I live in Philadelphia, home of the biggest open air drug market in the world. How do I know all about Kensington? Because I was a fucking drug addict for 15 years of my life. I ran those streets, not like as a kingpin or anything, but I bought from there several times. I've had friends go down there, die, never come home. I know a lot about Kensington. So when I say scarier people, Neo, I'm talking about when he went to Kensington and met with the guys who supply the fucking fentanyl. How is that not? That is scarier than a rapper, all right? He met with drug addicts, specifically the white guys down there who were the ones you had to avoid because they were the ones who were likely to rob you. Not the brothers, but the white guys that were down there because they're usually desperate because they're not selling. They're going to rob something from you to, to get their hit. I know this. I was there, Neo. All right. So before you tell me that I'm racist for saying scarier people when I've had firsthand experiences in these places, in the meetings, I just celebrated 5 years clean. I know what the fuck goes on down there. You don't. You're the one who's equating that I am making it about black people when I said rappers. I never specifically said brothers or sisters, which by the way is how I refer to black people as the brothers and the sisters. I rarely call them black people unless I'm in a, argument like this. But I'm unmuting Neo. Neo, let Phallic talk, please, and then I will let you say your piece. Go ahead, Phallic.
So when we talk about like, I would almost categorize it as weaponizing the drug epidemic, or the embracing like sort of a degenerate lifestyle to get views, because that kind of builds traction. And Brandon Buckingham has been explicit about this for at least a year and a half, in my recent memory. Um, when you do those sorts of things, there is an expected sort of reciprocal response that you want from the community. You don't want to just exploit them for money and views. You want to do good. Brandon Buckingham does that. Mr. Beast does not. Mr. Beast would just give these people cash. What do you do when you give an addict just straight cash?
Goes
You
right up their
fuel-
nose.
Yeah. You fuel their addiction, whether it's cocaine, whether it's fentanyl, whether it's alcohol, whether it's weed, whatever it is, that's where their money is going to. And so Brandon Buckingham chose to give lots of money to kids when he was in India. He chose to give lots of food and supplies and life-saving measures for the people that were living there. And he gave a lot of money in that way. It wasn't just but he did also pass out cash to kids to talk to him, because they wouldn't speak honestly unless he gave them money.
He
And
wasn't doing charity. He was just giving them money to say something, bribing them. It was literally bribing them.
I don't.
Okay.
It could have been a
So
bribe.
you-
I absolutely agree that could have been seen as a bribe, but I don't think the kids would have talked otherwise.
Okay, if you give someone money to talk, it's a bribe. It's not charity.
I can agree with you.
Something
I will.
without
I will.
expecting something in return.
And I think that was one of his more risque
Also, how would it help the drug
videos.
addict to, instead of giving them badges, say, "Oh, Mr. Beach, give
The
badges"?
kids aren't drug addicts. I'm sorry.
How
What?
does it help to do drugs with them?
Wait,
How
well,
would
I
that
think you
help
guys
them
are talking
anymore?
about two different situations here. I think Phallic's talking about when he went to the Middle East, and you're talking about you're still.
No, he said that he instead Mr. Beast give patches.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't help. But Brandon Buckingham,
All right.
dude,
Can we bring it back to Parry?
Yeah,
You know,
that's
we're
where
not
I-
here to debate whether
Yeah.
Brandon's content is good or not. Let's bring it back to
Also,
Parry.
just one thing before you go to Perry, Ricky. You said that
Perry's arguments are all. I thought we
Hang on,
already
Val.
debunked them.
Hang on, Val. Let. I muted
EG,
Nia.
you
Let
said
him.
that you're in Philly, right?
Yes.
And you said all of your drug dealers or whatever were all white. Yes, because you were avoiding black people.
No, dude. Did you even
You were
listen to what I
avoiding black people. You
said,
don't want to deal with the black. with
Did
the
you
black
even
people,
listen to what I
obviously
said?
they're all white.
bro? You are so bad. Either you have really bad listening, or you're just not paying attention. I said that you avoided the white people in Kensington because they were the ones who were likely to rob you. The brothers were the ones that looked out for you down there because you were typically their customer. Like if someone fucked with
Oh my
you and
God,
you were a
call
big
them
spender.
brothers? Come on, man.
Yes, go ask him what
brothers.
it's a respect thing. You think they want to be called black people? No.
No,
I
are you-
know this
you-
because
you
I
go to a
have friends.
bar, you
All
call
the
a black
people that
guy, hey brother, come here. Are you gonna say? Are you gonna call him that?
the brothers and the sisters, I guarantee you that they would have a lot more respect for me
Yeah,
referring
it
to them
depends
as
on how
than
they
you.
are
that-
friends, so yeah. But
Dude.
you call any black person brother, they're like, what the fuck? You're not my brother. You're not black.
Everybody's my brother, even you. But we're gonna get
No,
you. We're gonna get you
yes,
straightened
You
out.
absolutely will get ostracized from the black community if you don't belong.
Yes. I call them the brothers and the sisters from a group I used to work. Can't go into where I worked, but it was a large black community. And actually, there was 80% African Americans at this company that I worked for, and probably like 20% white. It was
African Americans.
Listen, okay, we get. What do you want me to? Like everything I call them, you get upset.
African-American
Unless I call them
trusted
black people, you get offended. So
I
okay,
didn't say I'm offended. When did I say offended? I use black people. You're calling them African
Yes,
Americans.
and I'm telling you, I've had conversation. There is a
African
video.
American,
I have a video of me doing the Cupid shuffle with hundreds of black women and me, the only white guy in the entire
now
thing,
we are to-
dancing.
I have black
No,
friends.
but I'm pointing out you don't know shit about what you're talking about.
Well,
And
we are
those,
going to I have black friends defense, which is obviously just something a racist person would say. But okay, go ahead.
dude,
All right,
let's move on. Let's
I'm
move
pretty
on.
sure. Okay, I wasn't sure before, but I'm pretty sure now you're retarded. Okay, I think that we need to get you help. Along with Parry, like the whole group. The only person who's made any sense right now is Ricky, who's actually here for the actual topic of the video, and that's Parry. But we've gone into me being right. I feel like you guys don't want to talk about Parry, so you're trying to point out that I'm racist when I have more experience with black people than you do.
I did Buckingham. Okay, go back to Parry. I'm gonna let Ricky speak. I'm not gonna interrupt.
Go ahead, Ricky. You've been patiently quiet for a little while. You can talk.
All right. You think it'd be justifiable for Brandon to sue Parry, right?
Yeah, anytime that there is slanderous claims made, it is a hard thing to win. But yes, if you are blatantly spreading misinformation, which the argument that would have to take place is Parry intentionally spreading like disparaging rumors about Brandon, which he is. Brandon is faking this is the overall heart of the argument that Parry was making. He says, again, it's so fucking fake. It's so fucking, because he repeats himself. It's so fucking fake. It's not even plugged in, bro. It's not even plugged in. Like, do you understand that, like, any lawyer worth his salt would be able to look at this and go, okay, and then we got him online, specifically encouraging his audience to go and take money back from the funds that Brandon was getting from his GoFundMe, which is absolutely the right, but they didn't do that from their own change of heart or from the pictures. They did that because Parry is on a fucking campaign to prove it to people. And that's where the issue is.
Yeah, but he did eventually stop. And even when he was campaigning, it was just, I think this guy's lying. And he started making his like creative interpretations because it wasn't plugged in.
Yeah, but
it was a super generic hospital name, right?
I mean, we can argue about the hospital name all you want, but the point of the matter is the man was in the ICU. That actually happened. He has the court papers to back it up. And then here we have, regardless of whether or not this was like the Sneeko reference or anything, a judge is going to look at that and go, well, it already got taken down for harassment, which it absolutely 7 videos, man, 7 videos about Buckingham. You don't think that Parry was like, oh shit, people are paying attention to this, I'm gonna run with it, like, and then he just got carried away with it. It happens to a lot of people online.
Well, like the majority of them were streams, right?
Well, it doesn't matter. It still happened online and it's all recorded. I've seen people get sued for less.
Are like too much.
I mean, everything that was shown in the Buckingham video was too much. I'll put it that way. I mean, you make the insinuation that the man's dead, deceased brother, that this guy, see, again, I don't know, maybe Parry just is like a crazy motherfucker or something. But I can never in a million years, like, take Nick Deorio. I don't like the guy very much, but I could, if he had like a brother who died, the last thing I would ever do is sit there and go after his dead fucking brother. Like, do you understand like just how fucked up that is and how ethically, like, morally bankrupt that is? And whether or not you could say that I'm an edgelord, like, I'm trying to be an edgelord. I'm just trying to get back to that 2014 style of YouTube video. I want to be the craziest streamer online. You are still fucked up for doing that. And if you had done that in front of someone, like, while they were standing there, I'm pretty sure they would probably punch you in the face for saying something like that. As Brandon said at one point, like, you could get killed for saying something like that. When he said, oh, Brandon's wife, be a good girl and go open your legs for OnlyFans. As though
that's not the only thing he said. That's not the only thing he said.
Let me cook. Let me cook. All right.
All right.
After that, you see now, Falak, you throw me off my fucking rhythm, dude. That's it. We're getting a divorce. I'm doing it right now online. We're getting a divorce. All right. I want to see I want to see other people.
All right.
But no, but he said, hang on. Well, okay. He's basically, you could sit here and reach for the stars saying that I'm racist. There is no way you cannot take Parry's interpretation of how he views women as anything other than objects from what he said, where Brandon's wife is the only way she could provide is to go do an OnlyFans, not get a job, not work at Target, not go back to school or anything like that. The only fucking thing she can do is spread her cheeks for the internet. That says everything I need to know about Parry and where his opinion of women are. Also, I want to point out, I think Parry's an absolute coward for not being here and making you guys come and fight for him. He should absolutely be
here.
here.
A lot of points.
He didn't say he didn't run from this. He said you said you're gonna debate Ricky first, so he's gonna let you debate Ricky, and then he's gonna debate you afterwards.
Okay. Well, is he around? Tell him to just come in now. Like, why?
Well, he's in Malta. It's like 3 a.m. now. So.
It's complicated to schedule these things.
All right. Well, we'll figure out something.
He's like 6 hours ahead of us.
I guess that makes sense.
So,
I mean, he does act like he could tell the future, so that makes sense. He'd be 6 hours ahead of us. Go ahead, Phallic.
Right.
You wanted to add? Hang
they're
on. I want to let Phallic make her points first. And I'm not. First off, I take lying very seriously, right? Like, if you could prove anything I said is a lie, I'd love to hear it. But I haven't lied about anything. Everything that I've said is directly from a video that I can pull a clip from and show. But before I'm gonna let you guys finish. But Beyonce had the best video of the year. Go ahead, Phallic.
Yeah. So, what do you guys want to know?
Well, you want to know. You were commenting on the wife thing. Continue, like, add whatever you were gonna add about what he said about his wife.
It's absolutely fucking deplorable what Parry said about Brandon Buckingham's wife. Let's just live in a world where all of the bad things that they said about Brandon Buckingham were true, and he exploited his audience to get money for his medical bills, right? And he lied about it. Let's say all of the worst things are true. Does that actually justify what Mr. Parry, Purple Parry, said about Brandon Buckingham's wife? No, because he said she was a good for naught. Said that because she was a stay-at-home wife, she should pick up the slack and open an OnlyFans, and then spread her legs for OnlyFans.
That's exactly what you said, Phallic. You said he had more to say.
No. I'm going into it.
Okay.
Because that was the first instance of when he mentioned that. He brought it up multiple times, I believe at least 3 times, that it was not just one, it was another, and then it was another. The stay-at-home thing, spreading the legs thing, and that's the only way that she would be able to get work. It's quite frankly disgusting and insulting
and weird. Like, he has a weird, really strange obsession. As
a female for me, listen, and he can't even articulate his point without reiterating it 3 times in the same thing. Spread her legs, spread her legs, spread her legs. He has to do the Call of Duty like call outs where it's like, oh, on the left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
Yes, sir.
This is a lie you guys are saying. You know,
we're not saying a lie.
Hang on, let's see what he let us talk. Let's let him make his argument.
So let's continue in like Parry's world that Brandon is scamming his audience. Parry was making the claim, and you even said it, that his wife should pick up the slack. And there's a clip out there where he also makes the point she should get a job. Maybe she should get another job. And then that's when he starts to ramble of she should start spreading her legs.
It was like right after it though, dude. It was like that. He didn't even like bring up any other like reputable job. He went straight to OnlyFans. And so that was the only thing that she offers this world is her tits and ass.
What would it have been better if he said she started working at McDonald's, not knowing a single thing about this woman, just like start like making serious job recommendations?
Well, does Parry watch Brandon's videos? Like,
no.
Okay, so then why does he talk to him like Brandon came over and slept with his wife? Because that like he has pure hatred for Brandon. You could tell it in the way that he talks. Now that's why I also said it could be satirical too, and he's just doing this to be like way over the top. But at the same time, like, how can he sit there and say all this stuff about a guy that he knows absolutely nothing about, and feel like he's a good person at the end of the day? Unless he doesn't care that he's not a good person, which I don't think he does. I think he just wants the attention. He got the attention. So I don't see where he has the right to go after someone who he doesn't know the way that he did with such hatred.
I mean, yeah, he's being performative. He does have a serious issue with Brandon, but cause he's a streamer, he amps up the energy.
Does it come from politics? Is it like a
Well,
political
but
thing? I want to see something here, because I could tell that you guys lean left. Is this something that has to do with like the idea that Brandon is a right winger or something like that? That he has so much hatred, which is why he said the bootstraps comment.
Well, the hatred doesn't come from politics, but the bootstrap comment does come from his politics. He's bringing up his politics, to saying like, you guys believe that people should be able to take care of themselves and like personal responsibility. So you guys should like practice that.
Which
you shouldn't be asking for handouts.
Which I agree, but you could also argue that Brandon did do all that, where he was able to put himself into a position to raise $300,000 for himself. So in a way, he
got
did
into a position to get his audience to bail him out.
Yeah, but he still did the work to build that audience. Like, he didn't just get 1.5 million subscribers overnight. Like, he wasn't like Hawk 2 a spin on that thing. He was able to build that through hard work and traveling and content and making, interesting things that people are interested in watching. Would you not say that is him working hard and putting himself in a position where granted, this is his one-time thing. If he does it again, I don't think that people will. I would definitely understand Parry's reaction if like this was like the second time that Brandon did this, but this was the first time, the only time that I know of, other than saying sign up for my Patreon, that he was gonna sit there and ask for help from anybody.
No, I think Brandon failed as a man because he was asking for money. I feel like he was successful enough to already have like the money and reserve to take care of this.
So you just think point blank period, which is interesting, but again, that
I can elaborate. I think he should have had private health insurance. I think he makes enough off Patreon and even like the little bit of YouTube revenue. Even with like the YouTube revenue he already showed, which was $5K a month, was when he hasn't uploaded in a long time. Imagine how it is when he's at his peak.
I'm not disagreeing with you. Again, I actually agree with you that he should have medical care, and he should have, but he's a young guy. Most people don't think that they're just going to randomly get sent to the ICU. I'm sure it was a valuable learning experience for him, but they have this thing called pre-existing conditions when you sign up for medical, that if I got cancer and then I went to go try and sign up for like Medicare, if my cancer was pre-existing, they're not going to give me money for that. So he kind of also, even if he want to go try to get health care, he's going to be denied for the treatment because of the pre-existing condition. So really, that's also a reason why Brandon would have to go to his audience for help. And again, I agree. I think that I've done videos on creators that have put their financial problems on their audience, and I call them out on it. I absolutely do that. If I think I think in this situation, you'd have to first prove that Brandon was faking it, which I don't think he was. And we can argue, and I agree that Brandon probably should have planned better. But he's not like in his 50s or 60s. He's like, he's in his early 30s, I think, or late 20s.
Oh, today and for like the last few months, no one has been arguing that Brandon has faked it. After Brandon showed his medical papers, we dropped that he was faking it.
Okay, so
let's continue on with like his responsibility, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how I think he's failed because he asked his audience for money, because he also admits that for some of the videos he takes like a financial loss on them.
Yeah, because he flies out and he has to fly out other people with him to film. I'm sure he
I
does
think it's
take.
his editor and his filmer.
Yeah, and he
There
pays
are 2 people.
editors and all that stuff too. So that, you know, I'm
Yeah.
sure he probably has. Now that's another thing Brandon could probably do is like maybe cut some of those costs too. But again, we're not. This isn't financial audit, right? We're here to talk about Parry's role and how he responded. I'm not disagreeing. Like that, I actually kind of lean with you guys that Brandon probably should have been a bit more responsible in what, you know, in what he was doing with his life before he had that wake up call. But he still had that wake up call. You know, that's not really the issue. My issue is why did Parry, you know, feel the need to say the train comment, which again I get it, it's Sneeko, but it's still, even if it is Sneeko, him saying it's Sneeko, you know, neither one of them should be saying that shit in the first place. But after that, right, the OnlyFans saying your kids got down, like those were personal attacks on a guy that he didn't even know. And I feel like that there is where my problem is with Parry and why I think he's kind of a piece of shit. Because it doesn't matter how much you dislike someone. His wife had nothing to do with any of this. His child had nothing to do with any of this. Why were they cannon fodder? Why did they get the brunt of Parry's anger?
Because he can, honestly.
Okay,
Like I get you have an issue with him being an asshole.
Really?
That's fine. But let's move on to like another problem I have.
No, I want to
you believe
hear.
he should be sued, right?
No, I said he can be. He's definitely in the territory where he could be sued for sure. But I mean, you guys just every time I bring this up, you guys want to get off the topic real quick, which is like the heart of my fucking thing. Like, why does he feel so entitled to be able to just attack someone like that online? And just because he can doesn't. I mean, just because he can means it's because he's a piece of shit. Like that's why pieces of shit talk to people like this. People that like pieces of shit are the ones who like bring in people's kids and their wives when it's really, and when they didn't even know Brandon. For all they know, like Parry could have met Brandon. Brandon would have treated him like fucking family and be like, "Oh, you're a creator, cool." Like, you know, let's bounce ideas. I've had a lot of experience with huge creators that have been absolutely just stand-up people, and I've seen other creators go after them to try to use the prestige that those creators have had to specifically, you know, not to do strays, but you know, I have a friend who is a pretty big deal. He's like a legendary YouTuber, and he was under attack, and even people in my own friend circle online were going after him, and I had to literally say, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, I know him personally. He's not what your guys are saying, because they want the views, they want the attention, and even them, I would say that was their piece of shit moment. But not even when they were being pieces of shit, like they didn't go as far as Parry. Like they didn't bring in his kids, his family. That is absolutely off limits unless you are just, because like, you know what he's doing? He's creating this environment where he's making Brandon look so frigging evil that someone out there is going to be like, oh my God, this Parry guy's so right. I can't believe that this dude is scamming his audience. Because regardless of, you know, I'm sure if you've been online long enough, Ricky, you know this, that if people get the idea that something is, the first thing they hear is typically, they don't care about the follow-up information. All they hear is they saw that one clip on X that had 4.5 million views of someone claiming that he was scamming his audience. Now this person has this idea that Brandon is permanently a scammer, contrary to the information that's come out afterwards. And that is all propagated from one single person, and that's Parry. That didn't come from anywhere else.
Afterward. Key point is afterward. If Brandon showed the paper at the very start, no one would have an issue with it.
He was fucking recovering, dude. What do you want him to do? Come, like, hop out of the ICU?
He didn't have an issue filming a whole video about it. Why didn't he show the papers?
He had his friend filming it while he was laying there, just being like,
right. You don't even know the details.
What? You don't know the details. What do you mean? A minute ago you were telling me I was racist, and then you gave me a clip that shows that I wasn't being racist. Like, I don't know what, I don't know where, like,
anyway,
this is such a weird take.
Show the paper in the first video, or in the GoFundMe. He has someone do the GoFundMe for him.
You've never been in
Why?
You've never been in the ICU, have you?
I have been in the ICU.
Okay, when you're in the fucking ICU, do you think your first concern is, let me hurry up and get my YouTube medical papers out so that I could stop Purple Parry from running his fucking mouth on me? No.
If I was releasing a video and posting a GoFundMe for myself, I would.
Your health comes first, and Brandon realized that.
Did he? Oh, he had time to do GoFundMe.
He probably didn't even set it up. Someone probably set it up for him.
That's someone who set it up for him. Could have uploaded these documents, don't you think?
Yeah, Brandon, by the way, I need your documents for the fucking
Yes,
GoFundMe
that's
because this
normal, yes.
random fucking shitter,
should have-
Purple Parry, is
yes.
going off being
Aaron
like,
made a whole video. He sat down there reading a script and everything, and you were telling me he couldn't.
he didn't even know
Possibly.
this was going on until his Patreon pointed out that this guy was going off about him and asked him to react to it. And that's a whole
It's
other
not
thing.
about
We can
Perry
talk
going
about.
after him. It's about why did Perry go after him? Because he didn't show any documentation. If he showed documentation in the first place, Perry would have gone after him.
You do not owe people a fucking thing when it comes to that
But
shit.
you owe them if you're asking money.
You can ask money. It's voluntary. It's not like you got a gun to them being like, give me your fucking money, bitch. Like, hey, guys, I'm in trouble. I need help. If you want to help me out, go for it.
Because you know most of the people are stupid and can easily be. Oh, so you're saying it's okay to scam?
He wasn't scamming. He was
No.
actually in the hospital.
I'm not saying he has scammed. I'm saying you're saying it's voluntarily to send money, right? So anyone who gets scammed, they voluntarily did it. No one held gun to his.
Okay, here's a good example. Okay, I there was this guy that was basically scamming his audience in the way that you were saying. He kept making GoFundMe's, kept saying that he was like going through all this medical shit. I literally made an expose on the guy and exposed him for going into people's emails, asking for money privately from them, and I exposed him. And guess what happened to that guy? He lost his whole fucking audience. He lost his whole entire audience. I pretty much ended his freaking career. I let off. I could have kept making more and more videos on him because I was getting good viewership out of it. But at certain point, no. But I'm pointing out that what goes around comes around, and it is not like your job to go after his family. Like if Brandon was scamming, it would have got picked up, right? But you wait until he's done.
Perry picked it up.
What? Slow down.
You said you picked up that guy and you exposed him. Why are you not giving the same grace to Perry that he picked up on Brandon?
Because I did my research. I went and talked to all the people who got scammed first before I just went and made a video spouting off about the guy.
Just because the people don't realize that they got scammed doesn't mean they're not scammed. Also, there was one person who refunded and realized they were scammed.
I still don't see how it was I still don't realize how it was a scam.
Because when he made that video that he's sick and his organs are failing, he never mentioned that he's a drug abuser.
He's not a drug abuser. He said
How do you know?
he came
Also, I have
he came out with a video saying, because I was one of the people who said he was a drug abuser too, and he said that I don't know, maybe it's probably because of the way that I presented my videos that people think that I mess with drugs more than I actually do.
Uh-huh.
I mean, yeah, drug abusers are the most honest people out there, right?
Listen, dude, I the only reason why I care so much about the truth is because when I was a drug abuser, I fucking lied like it was going out of business. Like I was the biggest liar on the planet. But I would have admitted at that point if I was doing fentanyl, because guess what? That would have got me more money to send me to rehab. Please, I really need to get my life together. Send me more money for rehab. Like that's what he would have done.
People are not as empathetic to drug abusers as much as like regular people who are not abusing drugs. You can't deny that.
Okay, let's talk about. Okay, I'm glad you brought that up because let's talk about the point that Perry made where he said that Brandon doesn't care about poor people, but then Perry turns around and insults like people who are struggling with addiction.
He didn't insult them. He said, I wouldn't insult someone who's addicted. I would say substance abuse, but because he is the type of person who wouldn't use such terms, I wouldn't use the same terms to him. I wouldn't give him the same grace.
I mean, because you kind of are hinting to that too, like you don't have respect for drug people. Do you know that the majority?
I say people in general are more sympathetic to non-drug abusers than drug abusers.
Which I think that's not true at all. Look at as somebody who's been to
You don't
rehab
think
several
people
times.
look at drug abusers the same way they look at non-drug abusers?
No, because most of these people have had friends or family who are struggling with it.
Come on, most of people.
Yes, almost 1 out of 4, like 1 out of 3 people know or have someone in their life who is struggling from addiction. You don't think that that's created?
I don't think most people look down at drug abusers.
They're not looking down. They're trying. They're. It's like the same thing as mental illness. It's like you
I'm not
saying
saying some
people
of
are
them-
looking down on
people-
people who have Down syndrome.
People don't look at drug abuser the same way they look at non-drug abuser. Yes or no?
Well, I mean, what's Parry's excuse?
Yeah,
Because
you can't pretend that it's not another case. Oh my god. They
what?
obviously don't see abuser the same. Do you think people love alcoholics?
Yes, actually, they don't love the
They do.
behavior, but there's people out there that love them in their family who want
There are
them to
people
get
out there
better.
who do, but the majority don't.
I can't even understand what you're saying half the time. Slow down, man.
The
Enunciate.
majority don't.
No, there's definitely people out there who are ignorant to
There are-
the fact that it's a
some
disease.
people out there do, but the majority don't.
No, the majority do. That's what I'm trying to say. The majority of people
Majority
out there
love
are
alcoholics?
educated on how drug addiction works now.
No, you're fucking kidding me.
EG.
The majority
Who
people
would
love
know?
younger
Who
people-
would know, dude? The guy that was a fucking drug addict for 15 years or the kid that fucking just was trying to tell me I was racist 5 minutes ago? I think I would know.
No, because
When
you
I got
surrounded
clean,
yourself with these people, you've been to probably rehabs, you have sponsors, so all these people around you are more tolerable, but the general population are not.
when I got 5 years clean and I made my announcement online, I got more love than I did when I announced that I was having a kid.
Yeah, because you were surrounded by that specific kind of people who were tolerant to the people who are like drug addicts or people in rehab, but the majority of the population are not so
I
friendly or
disagree.
tolerant to drug abusers.
I disagree. Yeah, and again, I forgot. Yeah,
EG,
let's
would
go
you
back
say
to
younger
Parry. Let's go
people-
back to Parry.
Well,
Running.
I just want to make like one last point. EG, would you agree that younger people would be less tolerant of drug abusers?
I'd probably say so. Yeah,
like
because
someone like
most-
Cheddar here.
yeah, I would probably agree with that because most of the people who like have kids that are addicted or are struggling, they're way more sympathetic than somebody whose friend is like fucking up their life and they're just like, "What are you doing that for, dude?" Like, I would agree with that.
And like Brandon would also have a younger audience, right?
Yeah, which is why he's made videos showing what happens in Kensington and how horrible it is. I mean, he literally helped someone get clean. Whether or not he stays clean is up to that guy. But I mean,
camera.
he has done his part in showing how horrible the situation
On
is.
camera.
there.
On camera.
Yeah. So what? Who cares if it's on camera?
Yeah, when he monetized the video and he made money out of it.
Yeah. Well, he also enlightened people. Sometimes people.
A lot of people while doing drugs himself. Didn't he do whippets or not?
Whippets are not, oh, dude. If you think whippets are a drug, dude, you've been very privileged in your life.
If you are addicted to whippets, you don't think it's. If you take it, you're addicted. You don't think it's dangerous.
You know how many whippets you would have to do to fucking die, dude?
How many?
You'd probably have to do a shitload.
And that's what Brandon did.
Or just a couple and get behind the wheel.
Yeah, and again, we can argue that he's done absolutely dumb shit, but
And Parry looked
Well, I don't
up
think
whippets
Brandon's
side
ever
effects.
done whippets. I think
you know?
that he was dosed.
if you even come in contact with fentanyl, have you seen the videos of drug narcotics officers accidentally touching fentanyl and then going out?
Video where he took fentanyl by accident.
No, but he's around the guys that make it. It's definitely possible that he got it on his hand.
No, he took fentanyl by accident and he filmed it and he showed it. Did you see that video or not?
Yes, and that was the one where I said I hope that Brandon is not getting high right now.
So
because...
how is he helping people when he's fucking doing drugs on stream?
No, I agree that he needs to stop. He needs to cut that shit out because you can't do a video on Kensington and then the next video you're fucking waste it in the video. But he did open the video up by saying, "I was a complete idiot during this video. Please do not look up to me during this video. I should have never done
anyway,
this."
Did he?
He
Showed
showed
it anyway.
Yeah,
He could
because
have said it.
that's his content, man. He can do whatever he wants.
Oh,
but
so as long as it's content, then it's okay to show drug use and make it look like it's cool.
I've never seen Brandon try to make drug using look like it's cool.
Then why does he use it like in
It's
every
the-
other video?
Because that's the kind of content he does.
Oh,
You know
so
who
as
he?
long as it's
You know who he chose to highlight? The guy that got himself
Okay,
got his
if
life
you-
together.
Okay, if you're gonna give the excuse that it's just content, Parry's just doing content.
No, Parry's saying, "I want to rape your fucking wife, dude. Your wife
You say
should do
that
only."
if they shoot you, which is the same comment.
Yeah, we're
Brandon
gonna run a
made to
train on your
Nico.
wife, whether she
No,
likes
that's
it
a
or not.
reference to Nico's comment.
Yeah, and if Brandon said that, he shouldn't have said that either. That's fucked up. Both of them are idiots. If that's
No,
you know,
not
just
both of them. No, Barry used it as like, you said this. Here's a reference to what you said. He didn't say he wanted to do it to him.
No,
It's a
no,
reference
no,
to
no,
what
no, 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 no. No. And also in ties
By
with
the way, are you
Parry's
Zionist by any
past
chance?
Zionist?
Yeah.
No, I'm not
no.
Zionist.
She's actually leftist. Believe it or not.
Okay, EG, are you Zionist?
No, I don't even care what goes on in Israel.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. So,
Why? What would that have changed though? Just out of curiosity, if I was like, yes, I'm a
Oh,
huge.
I would have assumed that you're immoral.
Okay,
yeah.
but I'm the immoral guy, right?
That's
No,
right.
I said I
No,
would
no,
have
no, no, no,
assumed.
no, no,
Wait a
no,
second. Don't twist my word. If you were a Zionist, I would have assumed that you were immoral, but you're not, so I wouldn't.
I still think that that's kind of like you know,
Zionism is in favor of Israel claiming their holy land or whatever they feel
Killing as
they're
many people as it takes.
basically doing an apartheid on
I do
Palestine.
not want to get
Inherently
into
immoral.
I do not want to get into Israel Palestine.
We
Right?
don't
Let's
have
get back
into
to
it.
Parry. Let's get back to
Okay.
God,
I
for the
don't-
love of God, we do not want to do that. Go ahead, Val. I just wanted to make sure we stopped that conversation before it started.
Okay.
Nobody wins there.
So it's like he mentions like I mentioned before, he mentions Brandon Buckingham's wife at multiple points and says she should do some stuff. But then also when we look at his pattern of behavior with the child sexual abuse material, that is an issue. It shows a pattern of behavior, a pattern of abuse, and we can kind of glean more of his character based off of those searches that he did with the Lolicon for Perry.
Oh, so Perry never searched up Lolicon.
Didn't Perry?
And
He
Perry isn't
defended it.
into
He
detail.
defended it.
Isn't Perry the
He
one who
did
said
it.
that some could argue that's a lolicon, but nobody called me out for it? Isn't that like quote words that Perry said himself?
Yeah, he said like someone could argue it, but have you? I promise you, it's not a lolicon. It's like artwork of women in like medieval armor,
Okay, well, I didn't.
and like maybe like a fourth of it is not safe for work.
It was censored.
Like,
and look,
yeah, it was
look.
censored.
I'll even give you this. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a big little biscuit. All right.
a big little
Artwork
biscuit.
and a big little biscuit.
Is it big or is it little, Fala? Clarify. God damn.
It is a big little biscuit. So, artwork in a certain style, yes. Typically in the Japanese, South Korean manhwas don't typically veer into this genre, but you will have characters that look a lot younger than they're stated or
do you
cannot.
know what chibi artwork is?
Huh?
Like chibi artwork.
Chibi, yeah.
Yeah, that's like a better descriptor of like the art. Perry
Well,
was
I'm not
following.
talking about chibi. I'm talking about loli or lolicon.
Yeah, wasn't the guy that exposed him who said that I said like the racist thing? Wasn't he the one who even like brought it up with Perry?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're all fucked up here tonight. Sounds like that guy just likes calling people out for things. Got to get that content though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
man?
Okay.
Yeah.
So why did Brandon didn't do his research and just took that guy for his words?
Well, I mean, I can
like,
understand why
for me,
Brandon messed up
excuse me,
leaving that
For
guy.
me, calling someone drug addicts and calling someone a pedophile, calling someone a pedophile is a lot worse. Don't you think?
Yeah, but I don't think that those. I mean, well, okay. So I agree. Yeah. So then
Okay,
why?
so-
So then why did Perry call Brandon's audience a bunch of pedophiles?
Are
Entertainment.
you gonna agree that there?
Okay,
are at
but
least
he
one
just said-
pedophile in his audience.
But you're gonna make an exception for Perry,
How many people?
but not an exception for
there are
anybody
millions
else.
watch Brandon Buckingham's videos.
As if that justifies it.
I mean, let's be honest though. That word means nothing anymore, and it's probably the
Wait,
biggest.
do you know why he said that in the first place? Why did he say that?
Why did he say that?
Because he made a buff piece for Sam Hyatt, an admitted pedophile. You don't agree that Sam Hyatt is a known pedophile?
Who is it?
You not, you too.
Sam?
What do you think, Sam Hyatt?
Who's Sam Hyatt?
You don't know Sam
Sam
Hyatt?
Hyde.
Sam Hyde. Yeah, I couldn't understand what you were saying. He was talking too fast. I don't think Sam Hyde's a pedophile. I've never seen any.
Look it up. Look it up.
But people hate
Sam Hyde
him.
He
Sam
flew out
Hyde
a
is
16-year-old.
no. Sam Hyde is not a pedophile. No,
Oh
no,
my
no, no,
God,
no, 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 no.
Stephen.
Here's.
Stephen for pedos.
Okay, where did you guys get this information? Have you guys watched Sam's content?
Yes. Also,
This is like an older allegation, but like you can
feel
Google
free
it.
to post
He
it.
flew out a
Post it.
16-year-old.
I feel
He
like
did. He probably might have because of fish tank. So
No, this is like pre-fish tank.
it's fish tank's been running for 5 years. So give me times.
You don't
I mean,
think
let me
he's a
do a
pedophile?
quick
Are
Google
you
search.
serious? It's
Yes,
like
please.
substantiated.
I mean, if you're gonna make
Okay,
the
so-
allegation, you should have something to
Okay,
back it up.
sorry, but wait a second.
Because I do think the source that it comes from is important in arguments like this. Because if it's like Hassan saying it, no offense. I know you like. I know you like Hassan. I think Hassan lies quite often, and he shocks his dog.
It's not an allegation. It's the allegation.
Tell him to stop shocking his dog. Tell him to stop shocking that poor fucking dog.
Hey, shocking the dog. I'm Deorio. I'm Mr. Jomo. Mr. Jomo.
Wait, Deorio is the animal rights person now? Why do you guys keep
you are
associating me
Deorio.
with Deorio? I don't even
Because
look
you
at
were
it.
on the podcast where everyone loves Deorio was on.
Wait, no, dude. Oh, you guys think I'm on Now Recording? Okay, I was never on Now Recording. I just let it go because it was like better cred for you to say that I was on Now Recording, so I didn't correct it. But I was friends with Xylee, who was on Now Recording.
You were now recording Orbiter.
I am not a Now Recording arbiter. Have I ever orbited anybody in this since I've been on YouTube chat?
Probably.
Me.
You orbited me. Stop.
Wait, what do you think is worse? Destiny molesting a child or Hassan, quote unquote, shocking his dog?
I don't know. They both suck.
Oh, both are bad? You think child molestation is as bad as
Both are helpless
low
creatures.
vibration training?
Both. Well, listen, okay, because you haven't given me any kind of source yet that's
Oh,
even
so
true.
pro child molestation. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Whatever makes you feel better.
Hey boys.
Oh, okay. You admit that you're pro child molestation.
No.
Neo, shut up. EG, shut up. I'm going to speak for just a second. Can we all get on the same page? Do you think that Parry should have said what he said about Brandon's family?
About his child? Probably not. No.
The child, his brother, his wife.
I don't think he slandered his brother.
You don't think
he said his brother was a grifter and used?
He didn't say that. Come on. He
Neo?
said when he showed it. He said,
Neo?
Do you say that there's difference between a question and statement? Do you think there's a difference between the two?
No, it's the intent in which it's being said, and the heart
Well,
behind
yeah,
why
I'm
it's being said.
actually going to pull up the clip. I'm
You
actually going to
did
pull
it,
up the
guys.
clip.
You did-
We're
you
doing
did.
it. We're doing it.
It's a question.
No,
Yeah.
it is a question. It's actually not a question because he talked about his brother.
He talked about
So
it in a question form.
he talked about his brother's GoFundMe after his brother had died.
Drug overdose or something. So
Yes, his brother did die of it. His brother's death is the whole reason he went into YouTube.
Also, one second,
That's the whole reason he went into YouTube,
Hey,
because
Alec,
he was a teacher who was teaching children, and he felt like his life was useless after his brother died from a drug overdose. So he went to YouTube to try and investigate where these drug overdoses happen.
It's all over the internet, buddy. Go watch this channel. We know way more about Brandon than you guys do. Okay.
1 second, just let me say this. I need to go walk my dog, but someone else want to join in my place. Is that okay, David?
David?
Yeah.
I mean,
David has been waiting in the Lately Lounge.
we can
you
trade
want to
him.
go and let David in.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave and you let David in. Okay, bye.
We can let David in. David Morningstar entering the chat, folks.
Hi.
What's
How
up?
you doing, David?
Hi, I'm doing pretty good. So I heard you guys are pretty big fans of Brendan Buckingham, the rapist.
Oh God.
He's not a rapist, but let's go.
There will be.
Well, just from like
You're gonna
what
have
I
to back
did, you
that up.
see the?
You can't come in just claiming that shit
Well,
without
no, did
having.
you see the comment he left on Sheepley's video?
What's the comment?
You haven't seen the comment? It's pretty atrocious.
No, I
Here,
don't.
I'll show it to you.
Usually, Phallic sends me my ex stuff.
Well, it's
Shut up,
not.
PG.
It wasn't on X. It was on YouTube. But here, I'll post it in your inbox. It's pretty damning stuff. Like he just fully admits he doesn't even care about like what Parry had to say, and that he just did it all for the money.
All right, so this is the thing he sent me here. It says at 4:48, the goal of this was to put 2 brand deals on a throwaway video and make quick money while I'm working on an actual good documentary about Kia Boys. This vid is 4:10 with nearly 500K views in 2 days, and I didn't have to put any effort or money into making it. You may not be familiar with my typical content, but my normal videos take weeks to produce and cost a lot of money. I don't know why you think I'm taking this whole thing mega serious. I clearly am lax and disinterested. The whole video, I quickly reacted to it and even said mid-reaction, this is the worst video I've ever made. I don't know who any of these people are, but obviously I know this Parry fella is trolling me and rage baiting for attention. I don't care if he gained subs, views from this video. I gained nearly 2,500 subscribers from it. This was easy views and money for me. I pretty much just said, hey, look what this freak said about me and got paid. If that's a loss, I hope to lose more money in the future. Got to chip away at the medical debt somehow, player. So what am I looking? So what is?
So see how like he just like admits that like if he didn't like spend all this money on YouTube, he could easily have paid off the GoFundMe. He wouldn't even have needed the GoFundMe.
But I'm trying to figure out how this has to do with the rape
No.
allegation that you came in with saying and.
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't. That was just. I just felt like saying that.
See, you can't see, man. Come on, dude. That like.
Well, no, it's a Twitter hashtag right now.
We're trying to like have like a serious discussion about it. Like,
Well, yeah, and then I sent you something serious to actually talk about.
Well, yeah.
I
Brendan
like to have
Buckingham.
it's banter. You ever had banter?
this is the allegation, dude. That's all this is fucking banter. If you think that anybody actually is watching this aside from my chat or your guys' chats and actually gives a shit what we're saying, like Brandon's ever gonna watch this, you know, we're not.
Well, obviously, I would hope Brandon won't watch this. If Brandon watches this, that just proves how big of a retard he is.
All right, we're gonna kick you out of here, dude. You gotta go.
Oh wow, sweeping already. Oh, so he did just sweep for Sam High.
Now, I mean, if you're gonna come in and
Right.
you're gonna debate, you gotta have something. You can't just come in and shit talk. Okay, we're trying to have an actual discussion here about the actual topic. You can't come in and call someone a rapist.
Yeah.
And then say I'm just bantering. Do you guys ever hear if Brandon watches this? You get the fuck out of here. We don't need you here. All right.
All right. So we don't have to get into the Sam Hyde stuff now, but I did link a video going over the allegations of Sam Hyde flying out a 16-year-old. You know, you guys can look at that later, but there's where I'm getting
Is
this
it
allegation
in the
from.
inbox? Because
Yeah, I put it in the
I have a
inbox.
lot of respect for Sam Hyde. And
It's in Lately's inbox.
Yeah. I mean,
But
Ricky's
it's a video. We don't have to get into it now.
I'm just pointing out that you see how Ricky's been like pretty composed this whole entire time. He's made his
2011.
points clearly. You know, he's being respectful. That guy just came in and just is like, I can't. Wow, not. It's just he's just gonna derail the whole thing. He has nothing of substance to add. I mean, he said I was sweeping because I kicked him out for being fucking just
inflammatory.
Yeah, just being bad faith and an idiot, really.
So let's quickly go over y'all's allegations of Parry being a lolicon. The artwork wasn't lolicon. It was like chibi artwork of like women in medieval armor.
Well, we'd have to see like it to, and I'm not playing. I'm not playing that
I mean,
online, but
don't show it on screen. But I can actually I can show you some safe for work images. Give me a second.
yeah, because I'm not like I watch a lot of anime, but I typically watch like Dragon Ball Z or Attack on Titan or shit like that. I've never really traveled deep down the rabbit hole of like how deep that stuff gets. Yeah, Ricky's been fine. Ricky. This is how you debate. Pay attention to how Ricky talks, guys. You know, he makes his points. He doesn't have to go and do
All right.
personal
So in
attacks.
the inbox, I have like an example of this person's artwork.
Let me go see here. So I'm not. I would say that does look kind of like a 12-year-old in medieval art in like medieval times.
Nah.
You don't think that's childlike?
Nope.
And this is why Perry said, someone could argue that it could be a lolicon. But really the only thing is that like these characters have like slightly bigger heads. But that's why I'm saying better description of this artwork would be chibi.
Yeah.
Well, I showed it on
I
stream.
can- I can-
I accidentally showed it on stream anyway, but oh well. It's not that. I mean, let
I
you
can
guys
see
debate.
the chibi angle because the fat head, but
Isn't Chibi the stuff that everybody was doing with AI?
no, not necessarily.
Which was
Chibi's been around for a long time. It's super cute,
it's just
like
cute.
kawaii desu. Uh-huh. So like do you remember the figures? Let's start. A perfect example of chibi is a Funko.
That could make
A
sense,
Funko
but
Pop.
you could argue that Funko Pops kind of portray people as like childlike, right? You got the really tiny bodies,
Big heads.
yeah, big
Yeah.
heads. I mean,
Mhm.
again, I'm not too hung up on the lolicon stuff. That's why I just glanced over it in my video. Plus, you say that I was the one who made the allegation about it. I didn't. I just simply was going off of what Brandon said in his video. I'm not ready to sit here and prepare to say that Perry's a lolicon fan or whatever. We just simply don't have the proof. I think if anything, that was just Brandon kind of flexing on him. And going back to what that guy posted, right? That is direct response to people constantly saying that Brandon shouldn't have reacted to Perry's video at all. What's your opinion there, Ricky? Do you think that Brandon should have just ignored Perry, or do you think that he should have made that video?
I'm glad he made the video. I think more big YouTube channels should be making videos on like smaller channels.
I would agree with that. I would agree. See, we can agree here, guys, and be reasonable. I mean, we might disagree why Brandon made the video, but we both agree that he should have. You know, everybody acts like it's like this huge issue that Brandon gave attention to. I guess at the time he had 1,000 subscribers. And you know, at the end of the day, that is kind of a win for Perry. I just don't like the way he went about getting it. Like I just think that because what this does is this encourages other small channels to do the same thing to try to get noticed by their by creators that will do the same thing back. And then all you were going to have is just nothing but just a cesspool of just hateful, disinformation. So people can try to get noticed by a bigger creator. And if any reason for Brandon to not respond to that would be it, is that you're going to encourage more people to do the same. So I can understand. And most of the people who yelled at him about him responding to it was big creators. And I think they know, because like they're going to have like these creators all of a sudden, like anybody who's trying to get their attention is going to make a video where they say the most obscene shit about their family and stuff. But for me personally, like I've always set out, I feel like there's too many edgelords online. I always set out to kind of just be like normal, be like a normie who walked off the streets and started doing YouTube. Like that's why I have Phallic here. She walks me through all like the shit that like, online terminology. Like I didn't understand what like some of the shit you said. I am unk though. Like, I'm in my late 30s, so I'm definitely like not up to date with like a lot of the stuff that goes on, which is why Phallic's here to explain it to me. But I like that my opinion comes from a perspective that is not internet brained. And I think that that's kind of what I always went for. And that's why I just look at something like this and go, how could you possibly say this shit about someone who you've never met, don't watch the content of, who's literally on their deathbed. I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't like compute for me, and that's mainly my argument, Ricky.
I can understand being mad at this, but you brought this up earlier. Recently, the streams relating to Brandon Buckingham on Parry's channel and videos have recently been taken down for bullying and harassment. You think that's okay?
I don't. Well, we don't know if Brandon took him down. It was probably Brandon's fans, mass reporting.
Well, yeah,
it.
they were reported. I'm not saying Brandon directly reported them.
And no, I don't think that should happen. I mean, maybe the shit about. Maybe he could have cut out the shit about like his wife and kids when he was showing them. Did he blur out the face or did Brandon blur out the faces? Did like
Parry blurred out his kid's face.
Okay, at least he's not that big of a shithead. But like had he shown the whole thing, then that could say that would qualify as harassment. But no, not. I don't think that his videos probably should have been taken down. If anything, like the justice comes from Brandon embarrassing him in front of all them people, and I think that Brandon knew what he was doing. I think that Brandon knew, like, I can't, like, physically go beat this guy up. Like, it's not the 80s or the 90s. Like, the only way he could get back at this guy for talking reckless is just to put him on blast. And I think that's what he did. And I like to see that more because, one, you're getting, a small creator's getting a shout out. Two, Brandon's making money. Everybody wins. I've always said that everybody wins in internet drama, which is why I agreed to this debate in the first place. So I hope that somehow, Ricky, this helps you in some way. Like, I'm not a huge streamer. Like, most of my viewership comes from, like, my videos that I make. But my Brandon Buckingham video, I think, just cracked 100 views. So, again, it's not like I'm, like, I just found that to be very interesting. I think people are fascinating to me. I don't understand though how, like, from like my perspective, how you could just rattle off some of the shit he was saying about someone he didn't know. It just doesn't make sense to me, and that's kind of like where I was just like, yeah, if someone said that to me at a bar, it's probably not gonna go well. Like something bad's gonna happen. But I think that's why these people do it though too, is to gain reactions and stuff. So I do think that Parry is fucked up. I think he's kind of a piece of shit for what he did, but I understand why he did it, and I just would disagree with anybody ever going that route again. You could get, like, if Parry just did his job and was entertaining and like also like he's telling Brandon to go get a job while he's got his donation goal up. You don't find that a bit hypocritical?
He's not really like begging for money, right?
Well, I'm just saying, like
I'm assuming you take donations, right?
Yeah, but I don't have like anything on my screen that says donate to me.
Yeah, he's setting an expectation.
Yeah.
Well, it's just a tactic. It's just money maxing, It encourages people to like donate money, but he isn't on stream being like, guys, it's the end of the week and we have $50 left. Can you really help me out? It's just something he has on screen to hopefully, encourage people to donate.
He's providing a source for his audience to support him. Brandon Buckingham, when he released the video from the hospital, had never put any kind of content like that forward before.
Unless you were saying go to my Patreon, which is, a paid service.
Which is typical.
Yeah.
I mean, like, subscribe, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Factor.com, whatever YouTubers do. That's a thing. We already understand that. But the video that Brandon put out was very different. It was asking for help from a hospital bed. You don't have to do it in the same way you don't have to engage with the subscriber goal for Parry's stream.
Yeah. All right.
You just feel like it's pathetic. I'm sorry, Ricky. You just feel like it's pathetic for him because you, in your mind, view him as too wealthy to need help. Right?
Yeah, I feel like it's his fault that he's in that situation and he could have done many things to not ask his audience for help. But we've already been over this, and I think we've gone over everything to be with Brandon and Parry. But I got one last scene, completely unrelated.
It's not that I'm racist again, is it?
No. But it's not much better. Is the hair real in this picture?
Oh, no,
I
the
just put it in
hair.
the inbox.
I know you guys were obsessed with the hair. The one where it's like slipped to the
EG,
side.
you actually have to
Yeah.
give us. I'm on Ricky's side with this. You have to give us a shake out.
You want me to shake
I
my?
need
You want me to
I
shake
need
my
the
hair?
smolder.
All right, hang on.
Yeah.
Some days my hair's Some days my hair's like. Some days my hair's good, and some days it's not. It's just all in the matter of like what it feels like doing that day. It just so happened that that day it was perfectly swished to the side. I thought I looked cute, so I put it in the Discord. And then the one on the left, not as attractive, you know, but I was working and I
We
had
all
been
have
there for
beanie days.
I've been there for 4 days at that point. I was just over being at work. So I was just setting stuff to my Discord being like, get me the hell out of here. I'd rather be streaming, but I work a full-time
Well-
job. So I get it. I get it. 100% understand. You know, that you know, the smaller creators need help, but I don't know. If I had a donation goal on my stream and I was
And,
just like, give me money. Like, you shouldn't be asked for money. Get a fucking job. It's like, well, then take down the donation goal because you're doing the same thing.
For the picture on the right, did you use a filter or is that like the auto processing on your camera?
I do have a Samsung, so I think it does have a bit of a filter. It might be a filter. I mean,
I think it's the auto processing on the camera because you sent. I think before you posted it to the Discord, you sent it to me, and it was the exact same picture.
yeah, sometimes I don't know, sometimes it does this weird thing where it like randomly like will correct my face. Like I think it's got like a
Carla, you behave yourself.
Is the hair real, girl? Yes, I shed it enough, okay? I'm not going to get to have this hair for much longer, so I'm enjoying it while I got it, all right? I know that eventually old age is going to come and ravage my hairline, but right now I'm enjoying having hair, okay? And then y'all could be like, look, he's balding, desperately holding on to the last bits of his youth. And then I'll be like, yep, sure am. Sure am.
All right, that's everything I have. You know,
Well, Ricky,
glad we cleared some things up, but
I'm glad I could put the Hairgate allegations to rest.
all right, good luck on the rest of the stream.
Well, Ricky, I want to just point out and say that you were a very good debater. I'd be happy to talk to you in the future.
Yes.
I would suggest that you find better people, though, to come to your aid because, you know, tonight just... I don't know if you even knew that the other guy... I'm sure they're your friends or whatever, but, like, you know... You need to teach them how to properly debate because the minute you go personal and start saying personal shit about like I don't know, it just doesn't, it never looks good. But you stuck on topic, and that's exactly what you got to do to win over hearts and minds. The minute you got to like resort to your racist tactics or your sweeping, like I mean, that's just internet brained nonsense, and it's never gonna win over anybody. But you're a talented kid. I mean, you're a smart kid. I'm assuming you're younger. You're a smart kid. You're going to do fine. I mean, I like the way you conduct yourself with class. So keep that up, man.
Yeah, man. Hopefully I ain't running the streets like you, man.
Yeah, don't do that. Do not do what I did in my life. I wasted too much time, dude. I wasted too much time. But I got it together. And that's all that matters.
All right,
All that
bye,
matters
bye,
is
y'all.
bye, Ricky.
See you, man. All right, that's Ricky. I liked Ricky. The other people, not so much, but Ricky was...
I did not like Neo, and I did not like Daniel.
Nah, Daniel was a fucking idiot, dude. I don't know what the hell that
Dude,
guy...
he was struggling.
I don't know. Maybe he was just like sitting there and being like, make this point, make this... And then he came in and he was just like, sweeper! I was like, okay, calm down, Chud Logic. Get out of here.
Well, the first point he made, I was like, okay, so this is your stance on this, and this. Where do you... I think even you pushed him on it too, where it was like, where do you stand by the rapist comments? And he was like, oh, I was just throwing that out there.
Yeah, as soon as you said that, I was like, all right, you're out of the combo. Like, and then he was like acting like it was some big win for him. Oh, the sweeping continues. No, I'm happy to point out that Brandon probably shouldn't need to ask for money because of how successful he is. But at the same time, you know, I do think that what Parry did was not very classy, if I may say so myself. Not super classy at all. Neo was a troll's troll. Yeah, Neo. Yeah, this is the time for the chat to give their feedback on what they saw, because I know that we
I
couldn't really...
saw Daniel's crew popping off the whole time.
Yeah.
She was heated.
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting like an AI clip for the racism stuff, but never in a million years did I think it was gonna be that bad. That was wild. I'm racist because they said that he deals with worse people than rappers, which he does. You know, I'm not gonna go do video. I'm not gonna go do content with car thieves anytime soon. Who else did that? Didn't that other guy who kind of does content like Brandon does? I forget what his name is, but he did videos with a car thief too. Walked him through how he like steals cars and stuff, and he went to like a dealership. Yeah, I mean, we don't do a lot of debates on this stream, but I'll be honest. Aside from like Ricky, those guys didn't really have much. And a lot of it was just like going after me.
Yeah, and I would say like it's worth having Ricky on again, maybe, but not too much.
What is it? What does that mean? I mean, he's a, I think he conducted
He's got
himself.
potential. Come on.
He conducted himself well. I'll give him that. I'll give him that he conducted himself like a somebody who had like, self-control. But he never had to resort to shouting. Do you notice that?
Right.
And he kept trying to get the conversation back on topic, and that's what I liked about him.
You know what I hated? Every single time I tried to talk, like the guys just shut me down like real hard.
That's because you didn't open an OnlyFans yet. Get that going, and then we'll give you your fucking time.
I haven't spread my legs yet.
No.
Oh. I want to punch somebody right now.
I think you had some good points. I think that you did a good job. You knew way more about Sam Hyde than I did, and way more about Brandon's content. And Jack of Slade says, I think that we let him off too easy for going after a kid. Yeah, I mean, well, if Parry talks to me, because those guys technically weren't the ones who went after the child. That was Parry, so Parry will get that heat. But at the same time, they didn't like. I mean, it didn't seem like they were thrilled that he did that. I think they just. I don't know. Really, I can't really think of what their angle really was the whole time, other than Brandon shouldn't be asking for money, which I called that right on Wednesday. I said that was what their argument was going to be.
The point about Brandon's kids should have been mentioned more.
Yeah,
that's right, Blue Jay. But like, I think the most egregious, like if you have to stick to a point in a debate, like because you can't get another one in, you got to stick to the wife, because he mentioned her over and over again.
And that was the most misogynistic take on her that I've ever heard. And that's coming from people who claim that they're like feminists, Neo was the biggest idiot. Does that kid live at home with his parents? I'm assuming he probably does. Nothing wrong with that, though. It's economy's rough right now. Carla Stop says, because you're a woman, that's why they weren't letting you talk. Stop it, Carla. Blue Jay says, I think it was a good debate. I think the comments...
Well, would you look at that? Someone's guilty of being a total badass. Chick Nugs approves this message.
At the Daniels Crew Super Chatted $5, the Neo Kid lives in his parents' basement.
He does give that vibe. As soon as I saw the Hassan picture pop up, I was like, oh no. Oh no. At least we...
Neo pissed Daniel's crew off so bad.
At least we beat the Zionist allegations, right, Falk?
Right. I can't believe he tried to throw that one in like we wouldn't know what it meant.
I think it was just a way to try to dismiss any point we had made the whole entire time. But, oh, well, they're Zionists, so of course this all makes sense. No, I don't pay attention to what goes on too much over there. I got opinions, but not for this stream. Blue Jay says, I think it was a good debate. I think the comments about Brandon's kids should have been talked about more, and obviously talking about Parry a bit more kind of went into the weeds. Yeah. Well, you know what the problem is? Like, we would talk about something Parry said, and then we would talk about the underlying issue in regards to that. And I think that's where we would keep getting stuck in the weeds. But Jack of Slade says they were fine with it. They just said shitters go in the shit. You're not wrong. That is kind of what they did. They did kind of say that.
Would you look at that? Someone's guilty of being a total badass. Chick Nugs approves this message.
At Mad
it was
Daddy
very
Moonshine
difficult,
super
Carla.
chatted $5. Really glad I was able to catch this debate.
Yeah.
Well, would you look at that?
You're-
Someone's
you're-
guilty of being a total
Yep, man,
badass.
another one.
Chick Dugs approves this message.
At the Daniels Crew super chatted $5. He is the biggest idiot I know for sure.
Daniel's not pulling any punches. But yeah, I know that DS. I guess we'll just call you Mad Daddy now instead of DSP. But which I like because I think a lot of people kept confusing with DSP, who's Darkside Phil. And you don't want to be that guy. I know he was very upset. He wanted it to happen on Wednesday, and I was like, I can't just abandon the stream because someone comes into their chat and wants to, argue. Because then all that does is open the door to a million more people trying to do the same who are trying to get like. And it's not like I'm big or anything. Like I'm very aware of my size. It's not great.
Well, would you look at that? Someone's
Daniel's
guilty of being a
putting in the
total badass.
smoke.
Chick Dugs approves this message.
At the Daniels Crew super chatted $10. I am still so heated over that idiot.
Well, calm down. Don't let him take up rent space in your head. I mean, at the end of the day, like I think that Ricky came to debate. The other guys came to kind of troll.
E-shift.
All of these donos, does that make you a grifter? I hope so. I can dream, right? I can dream.
But about what Carla was saying, they even right after our stream on Wednesday, when I joined their server, they even invited me to, and I was talking with EG like in our little post show thing. And I was like, oh, should I join the VC? Because they invited me to it.
Yeah, I didn't think that'd be a good idea because then you'd have the arguments there before you had them here. So that's the only reason.
And then they didn't let me have the arguments I wanted to have. So,
well, it kind of got messy a couple times, where everybody was just shouting over each other. But I think for the most part, everybody took their turns. Again, I'm not trying.
well, but by the time I got to make my opinion known, it was like I had to cover like several different topics that you guys have already gone through.
Well, I was leaving room for you. I was trying to.
You were. They weren't.
Well, that's because again, you gotta get the OnlyFans up, then you'll get the respect. Like, oh, she's an OF. Okay, but you know what? Like, you know what would happen if you were an OF girl? They'd be like, oh, she's an OF girl. Then they'd dismiss you for that.
Exactly.
You can't. Maybe not Ricky.
Well,
but
they were enjoying my
boobies,
my contributions.
You gotta help out.
Contributions, EG. Give me some respect.
All Phalix OF proceeds go to the channel.
No. Y'all need to know EG doesn't pay me shit.
Yeah,
I do this for the love of the game.
She does. I mean, she's getting a lot of experience though with this, and I'm sure she's eventually gonna start doing her own shit. And then when she becomes bigger than me, I could be like, "Hey, Fal,
once I get my avatar,
give me a shout out," But you were born. I mean, your voice was made for this. I mean, once you I don't know. I mean, you were calm. I was worried that you were gonna fly off the handle at one point, but because sometimes you just get really aggressive. I fought with her before.
EG and I have had arguments,
but I had it ready. I was gonna be like, calm down, but she was awesome during this. She did a good job.
I held my place, and you know what? I was surprised because I was a little bit less antagonistic during the Oreo thing and Chud thing than you were.
Yeah.
You were the one who was more fired up.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that Deorio is I thought it was ironic they kept calling me Deorio. And they think I was on Now Recording, which was Beckett, Beavers,
no, I don't understand the Xylee thing.
Yeah, I think it's because I was friends at one point. Like, me and Xylee haven't talked in a while, because she's doing like all the locale stuff, which again, I'm super happy for her. She's doing great. But I think maybe that's how they got the connection. Because a couple of times, like, Beavers came into the chat when I was talking with Xylee, or I think it was like Beavers. Like, I've never spoken to Beckett. Beckett's like said hi to me on his stream, but for the most part, me and Beckett don't talk. I've tried talking to him and have him on the show, but he just, I don't know. He doesn't. I guess because I don't have high enough viewership for him or something. But I also got a bit. I didn't really like Beckett's coverage of the Chud of the Chud Deorio stuff. I felt like he was just name dropping too much. Like he kept saying like, "Oh, I'm in these chats. Like I'm in the Tea Party chat." Like he was just excited to say he was a part of these chats and talk about what was going on with them. But
That's why I feel weird bringing up Nerd, because like Nerd is what I would consider a friend.
Yeah.
And so I don't like bringing him up a bunch because, you know, that kind of ties him to me, which I know I don't think he would ever mind. Like,
We're
if I
keeping.
put out
Well, we know he takes forever between videos, so we're just trying to make sure his spirit stays alive. His aura's got to keep auraing. You know, we're aura farming for him while he's
right now. Right, well, we should move to aliens. That's what we got to move to next.
Yeah.
In our spooky nights, we got to move to aliens.
And then he'll be excited. I'm trying to be more active in Dapcore. Do you see I posted in there today?
I did see you. I saw you. I was so happy.
Yeah. Well, I love the man, and I do. Most of the time I bring him up is just because I'm trying to like just remind people how great he is. You know, I will sweep for Nerd. No, I'm just kidding. I always am. Like I always try to be like 100%.
Did you see me when you scrolled up? Did you see me like going to bat for him?
Yeah.
And Glenn, all of the goats.
But Jack of Slade said, I want to keep reading some of these chats so we get the chat involved. The medical part had me slamming my head in the wall. Tell me you never had to deal with medical issues without telling me you ever had to deal with medical issues. Yeah, the fact that he wanted Brandon to release his medical papers while he was still in the hospital was like crazy take that I couldn't really comprehend. Blue Jay says, I think the best case, it should have been a debate between EG and Ricky. With someone as a moderator making it 2v2 made it kind of disorganized. I agree, but I only let the other person come in because I didn't think it was fair if it was just me and Phallic versus Ricky. You know, because then it's just me and Phallic basically attacking Ricky the whole time in his points. So I didn't want that. I wanted to make it even Stevens. But I did have to mute Neo because he just would not shut the fuck up sometimes. So he was going with the I'm gonna yell over everybody tactic, which I hate. I hate that in debate, so I didn't want that to become of that. Blue Jay also says EG doesn't pay me either, Phallic. I say we riot. Look at if EG started making some actual money on this damn platform, he'd be happy to pay. Right now, it's like Daniel's crew and Mad Daddy and a couple occasionally other people helping out, but we don't make shit. We don't make dick shit on this channel. This is basically a glorified hobby. I'm working for less than minimum wage doing this. But I do it for the love of the game, as Phallic said. I do it for the love of the game. And I love all you guys. Really, the members are the members that you guys do are the biggest help. And obviously, Daniel's crew is a massive help, too. She is definitely like the most supportive person, I think, out of everybody. Which is why I let her get away with so much more than I let I let her spoil videos, because she's just the greatest. And she was so nice to send me a Christmas gift that I never ended up actually getting because she forgot to put the battery sticker on it. She was like, "What?" She was like, "Why didn't you tell me you got it?" I was like, "I just thought it was taken for a really long time." I didn't want to like complain that I didn't get my gift that you sent me out of the kindness of your heart, and it was a super cool gift. She ended up showing me it. I think she was showing me it to show me that like it wasn't like a bad gift, which I would have accepted it even if it was like a pin or something. But it was just the fact that she didn't label that there was batteries in there, that it got rejected at the postal service, I'm guessing. I would totally do a channel if I was young again. Oh, I know that I will never be able to debate people ever. I'm not too crazy. I think, you know what the thing I love about YouTube is? It doesn't matter how old you are. There's an audience for you out here. You know.
Oh, absolutely.
You're in
like
go ahead.
Also, I'm just a co-host lady on your show. But and I want to boost her up a little bit more because Daniel's crew, when I missed Wednesday's show, Daniel's crew messaged me and she was like, she texted me and then she also messaged me on Discord. She was like, if you don't get it here, you're gonna get it here. And she was like, are you okay? Is everything fine? And I was like, yes, of course, everything's fine, so to speak, you know, with the life and situations that are going on. But it was so sweet. It was very nice to have somebody there that was gonna check on you.
Rachira says, I'm not going to comment about pay. Listen, the only person who's ever received any money from me at all is Rajira, for some of the work she did on her shorts. But now, she's over making K-Hawk really amazing things and not making me things anymore. But I went back to using her song. Did you see that, Rajira? Huh? How about that? I went back to using the song you made me. E.g. lately standing for what's right. Daniel Screw says my rage started when he was saying you're racist and the clip was ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know. I was like, I don't ever remember saying any. And then they made fun of me for calling them the brothers and the sisters, which he never even let me finish that point. I worked at a company where it was like 80% African American. I also got shit on for saying that too. So I couldn't win with the goddamn guy. And I literally said, how would you prefer, because we used to talk about this shit all the time, because we would be in office cubicles and we'd get breaks and all of us would talk, or we would just do it in training. And I remember saying, like, how would you prefer white people refer to you? And without hesitation, they're like, the brothers and the sisters, man, the brothers and the sisters. So that's why I call them the brothers and the sisters. And they made fun of me for that, even though that is like straight from like the source, because I don't think that Neo guy gets out at all. I think he's probably.
You know what? Also, it's your tone too. I'm just gonna say this. Listen. My mom got impregnated by a Hispanic man many, many moons ago. And he was never a part of my life. He did back to Mexico. So I was just born to her under a single mom until 2 years old. And then my dad adopted me. And then I was a part of a black family. So could you imagine being a white kid, a part of a black family? The amount of complications and troubles you will ensue in your life, And whenever people get all up in arms about their race and stuff like that, it's problematic for me because it's so much more nuanced than any given situation. So like the Tourette's guy at the BAFTA Awards, that's not his fault. He's just disabled. And he made a movie about how he was disabled, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're not going to we shouldn't judge him for his outburst because he said a lot of other things that were really inflammatory outside of the N-word. But I've always said, if you feel comfortable enough to say the N-word with your chest, say it with your chest. I can't, because if I said the N-word, which I have in my youth and my teenage years, growing up with my black cousins and all this, I get my mouth washed out with soap. It's
That's how I know you're racist, because you just had to drop that you have black cousins. That's how I know you're racist.
Exactly. Like, I'm just saying. It's it's a thing. You have to have some sort of respect. And if you don't, and you get disrespect in return, that's on you.
And Roger, I'm just busting your chops about making K-Huck the thing. I always like to rival with K-Huck about what my audience. She's really the only creator other than like Blue Jay, where like the audience crosses over, because Blue Jay watches a lot of people, but there's a lot of audience crossover with K-Huck, so that's why I always pick on the people who I see support her. I'm always like, why'd you do that for me? But it's all just for fun. It's a bit. The Jack of Slate says, you should also hype up Blue. I was following this to get some answers, and she told me this was happening today. Awesome. Yeah, Blue Jay's amazing. All right, Blue Jay is...
We love Blue Jay.
That's why she's the admin of the Discord. I have 100% faith in her judgment and her abilities to run Discord.
I go to Blue Jay all the time.
and that's why she's the admin. That's why I picked her. The whole community loves her. She's not afraid to tell me if she feels like I'm doing something wrong, but she does it very kindly. Unlike the previous admin who would just make everything about themselves and that I was like a hater. But you notice like all the drama is gone in the Discord now. It's just a good time. Everybody just wishing each other good morning. I wish we had more to talk about in there, but I do think that we're going to do more with the Discord. And I know I keep saying that and I can't do it because of the damn snowstorms right now, but I do want to do a lot more like movie nights and stuff in there where I hop in and just hang out with the community and stuff.
Carla, how dare you?
Blue Jay said, I saw you were following the Parry stuff, Jack. I figured this would be right up your alley. I hope that we got some of the questions in that you wanted to hear, though, Jack, because I know that she had mentioned that you were interested in the topic. Sarah says, I have black siblings and I have a Jamaican mom. Well, that's how I know you're racist, Sarah, because you just said you have a Jamaican mom. That's like typical race shit. And also, yeah, when we were talking about the part with the babies and stuff, obviously, child abuse is just, first off, I love doggies. So anybody who hurts an animal, I fucking hate them. But obviously, child abuse is bad. I didn't even think I needed to say it at that point. I think you guys all know where I stand on that. We've done enough conversations about it. Daniel Screw, yeah, we all love Blue Jay. She's not a narcissist. Yes, that's true, Daniel's crew. That is true. She's not a narcissist. When I was a little kid, I lived in, Rogera says, when I was a little kid, I lived in LA during the Watts riots. My grandfather used the N-word all the time, but the black people in the neighborhood where his shop was had mad respect for him. I think that the brothers and the sisters typically just want you to be yourself. They don't want you to pretend to be anything else other than who you are, and they'll have more respect for you that way. And they want to be treated like people, too, who don't need to be constantly fought for. Like, that, in my opinion, is where that guy knew it was totally coming off as super racist, is that he needed to be the black hero, right? Those people don't need your fucking defense. They are smart enough to handle their own shit. Like, they don't need you.
Well, also, the black community should police the black community.
Yeah.
That's, I think there's no better example than Chicago in this sort of debate, right? Because we say that the amount of shootings that have gone on in Chicago are black on black crime. I don't like to say it, but those are the facts. The cops have not been killing people in Chicago. Black people have been killing black people in Chicago. Why? Because of gang violence. So if we're not ready to have that conversation yet, and I understand it's a difficult one to be had, then maybe we shouldn't just be like all cops are bad. That's just my opinion.
Look at you making sense and logic and shit. Let's see. Yeah, the major one I finally got answered was who the pedo was on Brandon's side was sweeping for, which, by the way, they never backed up with any kind of resource claim or anything like that. They just said it and had no, like, I don't know. Like, if I'm going to say something, I need proof, and that's all I was trying to say, is that this guy was just flying off the fucking handle saying all this shit about Brandon when he didn't know who Brandon was at all. He doesn't even watch his content. That was a shocker to me that they didn't watch the content. Because, like, if you're going to go in to a debate where you're going to say that someone deserves something, you should know, like, something about them, right? Like, I didn't have to go watch Purple Parry because I know what he said. It's in Brandon's video. There's no way to justify any of the stuff that he said in that video and make it seem like it's like a win for him. And I know that there's a lot of edgelords online right now saying that it's a win for Parry just because he got mentioned by Brandon, and it probably is. But this is going to cultivate such a shitty time for so many creators. There's just going to be people just doing the worst shit to try to get noticed. It's already bad. This is just making it worse, right? So if Brandon has any kind of responsibility, it's in the fact that he platformed someone who is really just doesn't deserve to be platformed at all. Blue Jay says, glad you got some questions answered. E-Shift says, that guy was racist because he was assuming you felt a certain way because you were white. That's exactly why. And I have an American flag behind me. So he instantly thought that I was racist. Isn't it funny how if you have an American flag behind you now, you're racist all of a sudden? Weird times we live in. Mad Daddy Moonshine says, that would be the Black Panthers that police the black community. Jack Slade says, I remember the times it was black on Italian crime there. Yeah, I remember seeing that in, I forget what movie it was, where the guy's like, it was like that famous quote about, like, if you open the door for a girl and you walk around the back of the car and you look through and you don't see her open the door for you on the other side to get rid of her because she's not, like, worth it, which, by the way, has changed now that we have power locks, but still interesting. Because my cop is amazing, good-looking kiddo. Yep. I've watched too many 1A to fully trust cops. There's bad. It's just like it's like one of those things where it's like there's good and bad in everything. There's good cops. There's bad cops. The bad cops give bad names to the good cops. Just like any race, right? Like idiot white people make the white people look stupid. Idiot black people make the black people look stupid. Idiot any race you could think of has their good and bad apples. And A Bronx Tale, thank you. Yes, A Bronx Tale. Great movie. But you could see there Italians and the tension that was going on between them and the African American community. Anyway, so I think that was like our first official debate on this channel, wasn't it? I guess Falk must be doing mommy stuff, but I think it went pretty well for all things considered. Again, shout out to Ricky Live. He was smart kid. He was the only person who probably had like decent shit to say, and so maybe go check out his channel. But yeah, the other people though, I probably wouldn't follow them. Not too bright. Not too bright. But Ricky seems like a somewhat smart kid. So I just wish they would learn how to pronounce the word ASK. That was the other thing too. When Neo came into the chat and I heard his accent, I was like, oh shit, dude. I was like, this is gonna be. I'm not gonna understand half of what he says because his accent was so thick, and but I couldn't like kick him at that point because I was gonna be like, I'm not gonna understand half of the shit you say, and then I didn't. He talked so fast too.
Yeah, he did.
And I was like, what? Okay, repeat yourself again. And I think I don't know if he thought that was like a tactic on my end or whatever, but like Ricky was slow, like he had a lot of intention behind what he was saying. He would organize his thoughts. Just ask a question and, sit back and try to see what we had to say about it. Also, Ricky seemed to know a lot about the commentary community, which was refreshing too.
Mm-hmm.
So I was a little more trusting of what his opinions were on things. But if
and he's patient. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you're like the other guy though, who was just like shouting over people or first off, the Hassan icon was alarming to say the least. So I wasn't shocked.
Was it a police uniform? I can't remember what it said.
It was just a picture of Hassan, and I forget, it had like some slogan on it. But
okay.
And then he was like, "What do you got a problem with Hassan?" I'm like, "Actually, yes, I do. I think the guy's like, I think he's fucking. Did you hear my Hot Topics thing? We make him admit to being a terrorist every single stream. So yeah, of course, we're not too big of fans of him. But with that said, like I have my issues with Ethan Klein too. Like, I don't just blindly follow anybody. I think that's a surefire way to lose all credibility. So, and I think that's why Chud got away from Deorio and all them too. He can go back to just saying what he truly feels without having to worry about upsetting anybody. It's a nice place to be. It's a nice place to be because I don't have loyalty to anybody but the chat, really. At the end of the day, like I can go into any conflict and point out who I think is being stupid with minimal risk of pissing anybody off because nobody gives a fuck about what I'm doing over here, except for you guys. So that's why you guys get like the true feelings that I have on things. If you're being an idiot, I'm going to call you out for it. Sounded like a scammer calling a scammer. Yeah. I was like worried too. I was like, he's like, I'm from India. I was like, oh, no scam comments. Cause I was like, if anybody knows a scammer, it's a guy from India. Sarah, it took me 30 years to say ask instead of ax. Wait, that's going to get clipped right there. This is E.G. blatantly being racist against Indian people. Which, by the way, have you ever watched Small?
You know what? I actually am racist. Listen, if I'm racist against anybody, it's Russians, Chinese, and Indian people.
Did you ever watch Small Brained American? He's like a guy who,
no.
You should check him out. He cracks me up. He did a video called like India's the friggin' worst. And he hops off a bus and it's just like big piles of trash and shit everywhere. And he goes, "Why did I come here?" But
I just listen. I don't even have racism for the way they live. I have.
I think they pollute. They need to come up with a way to not pollute the fucking earth so badly. I think it's a true. I know they're a third world country, but shit, like, just see what we're doing over here and follow some of the leads. Like, get a dumpster.
I don't know.
There was like a cow eating trash out of the dumpster the second he walked up, and he was like, I just feel really bad for that cow. He's like, you should check him out, Phallic. You'd probably like him.
I probably would, yeah.
You'll probably binge because he'll go up to people too, and they'll say stuff, and if he doesn't understand it, he'll make it seem like they're saying like, "Shut the fuck up, you ignorant American! I'll cut you." Like he makes it funny, and it's very enjoyable. I'm a big fan of that guy. So go check. I think you'll binge watch his stuff when you start watching him because he travels around the world too. And at one point he goes to like Asia, and like these two Asian guys try bringing him into this apartment to try to like get him to do a three-way with two Asian.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
Yeah,
it's
two
a trap.
old Asian men, and like we're trying to get him to come in and like fuck him or whatever. Yeah, it was really fucked up. You'll like that. You'll like his channel though, Phallic. You're gonna be like, oh my god, I love that guy now. I know your taste well enough to know now who you like and who you dislike.
All right, shut the fuck up, EG.
I do. I know it. I know it. It took me 30 years to say ask instead of ax. I was a baby when I was adopted into my family. Aw. And look at you now, Sarah. Just a constant reminder of my bottoming. You and Carla. Does that kid have a channel, the Neo kid? I don't... No. Because you can't go... Daniel's gonna go over there and be like, you fucking idiot. And then she's going to have to make a new account. No, do not go harass the people that we were debating tonight, please. Even if they were idiots. Ricky, definitely go follow Ricky, though, because he seems like a smart kid. Just, don't be afraid to push people. I've always said I'll debate any point I have, because where else I wouldn't have it, right? I wouldn't ever say anything I didn't feel true conviction for. That's just not my style. I don't like that. I don't like people who do that. Plus,
I do also have to go to my secondary stream.
Oh,
so
big time streamer now. Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up here anyway. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. I know you guys all know a lot about India because of pierogi and the scam baiting community.
Oh, for sure.
So, with that said, thank you to Ricky and the other two guys for coming and debating us. It took balls, right? It just takes balls to get up here and do it at all. So
I really like that Ricky was willing to come on stream.
Yeah.
And be professional to a degree.
Yeah, well, if he ever wants to debate me in the future, I'm going to let him know because I know that I could trust him to be like cordial. But the other two guys I probably wouldn't. It makes for good content though. When you got somebody making just stupid points. The
rest of the guys can fuck off for all I care, really.
Yeah. But nah, if Ricky wants to talk about something in the future, I'm absolutely down to talk about it. I think Ricky sounded like he learned something. I mean, he was definitely more open to hearing what we had to say than the other two guys were. That's for sure. And that's how you want to debate. Because then I give on some of his points. I'm like, yeah, you're absolutely right about this. Like, I don't disagree with you here. But if everybody's just like, fuck you, you're racist. It's like, well, what do I do with that? What do I do? Like, how do I engage with that, right? You can't. So, I don't use the F word EG, but he was an idiot. Yeah, I think we all agree that the other two weren't great. Hopefully Ricky finds like better debate people, but to help him out. But I think that Neo guy was streaming live. His chat was probably being super nice about me, if I had to guess. His chat was probably hating my guts. But now I also I was going to just let Phallic debate Ricky, and then I was going to wait to debate Parry. But
I love fighting, but they wouldn't let me talk.
But my problem with that is that I didn't want them being able to be like, EG just sent his co-host after him because he can't debate or something like that. So I was like, all right.
His tard wrangler.
Yeah, he sent his tard wrangler in to handle it because he couldn't do it himself. I'm playing Resident Evil Requiem right now. I'm very excited. I'm probably going to play through it and then I'll probably do it on the stream. I was going to do it tonight.
Play Baldur's Gate with me, you pussy.
I don't have Baldur's Gate. What is that?
I'm going to get you into it.
I know I've always seen commercials for it and stuff, but is that like on Xbox app or whatever?
It's Xbox, it's PS5, it's PC.
Ah, okay. Mad Daddy Moonshine do a lot of debates, don't you? Maybe if this ever happens again, EG could have you be a moderator. Yeah, possibly. I know that he was definitely more amped up for the debate than anybody. He was like, please stop talking about Chud and Deorio and do this debate now. It's like, you'll get it, buddy. Don't worry, you'll get it. I just I gotta organize some shit. I can't just give people the power to derail streams. It just cannot
Yep.
happen. We gotta nip that in the butt. Cause we also have those random people who come in and be like, react to my music video. It's like, go fuck off, dude. No. I'm not gonna go watch your shitty rap video because you asked.
Exactly, and they tried to bombard the stream. Anyways,
Yeah, I don't know. Like, plus I know that my audience isn't gonna probably like your music. Like, stop. I know my
please stop.
I know my audience.
We're happy to have you here, but please stop.
Oh, never mind. Doesn't know Baldur's Gate. We gotta get rid of EG. Yep. I mean, it was bound to happen her sooner or later. I'm a normie, guys. What can I say? Like, I'm just normie, man.
Don't worry, Jax. I'm gonna educate him. He'll be fine. He will be fine.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I heard EG will only react to videos if they involve bottoming. Yo, do you know what's funny? If you go on the hub nowadays, like, there are people who do reaction content to adult videos now. Have you ever seen that?
No.
You would have to first
Wait. What kind of adult content?
like straight corn.
Really?
Yeah, there will literally be, and they'll get like
Oh my
hundreds.
God.
They'll get hundreds of thousands
No.
of views too. And I'm like, am I in the wrong business? Should I go on the hub and start a channel where I just react to what I'm seeing?
I'm sorry, I'm choking.
It's like, what do you even say? Like, that's a good position. I like that. You know, it's weird.
Get a poly market bet going. Oh Jesus, that's funny.
I've made rap. Are you scared of me now? Yes, I'm terrified. Rigidira. Terrified. Rappers are apparently all black. There's no white rappers ever in history. That's the word, and I'm sticking to it. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get back to playing Resident Evil. I gotta check in with you know, my lovely lady, and shout out to Falk. She did great. It was the first debate ever. I've gone on and debated Aiden.
I feel like they didn't give me enough space to talk, but
well, you know, in the future.
But I also didn't insert myself too much.
Yeah, you were patient. You were patient, but unfortunately, you know, Ricky was the only person who was being patient. Then the other two weren't. Well, the other guy didn't do anything. The other guy just came in to start shit. So, you know, the minute you start getting personal,
He lied off the bat. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, his first accusation was just a straight fucking lie. So it's like, okay, this guy, nothing. We got nothing for you, buddy. And I'm a sweeper apparently too, so that's cool. I like sweeping stuff. Oh my gosh, no!
What does sweeper mean?
Sweeper means like you're covering for someone. Like I was covering for Brandon Buckingham. We're covering for Sam Hyde. Which, by the way,
Brandon Buckingham.
Yeah, I'm not big enough to be a sweeper, by the way. My opinion affects nobody but the people that are in the chat. That's it. But this won't be your last debate, Falk. We'll get you more.
Give me more where I can be mean.
Well, I think your problem is you leave too big a pause. You were leaving too long of pauses. And I think that
I wanted to give them space to make their arguments, but then they covered so many like insane shit. Like when I had my time to make my point, it was like I had to make my point about this or this or this or this or this. It was very distracting.
Well, we don't debate very normally on this channel, so
Yeah.
I'll admit I was probably kind of not helping either because, you know, it was I was just kind of, I didn't want to make you feel like you had to answer though too. I felt like it was like my responsibility to like get in there and fucking, you know, go head on with these guys. I didn't want to like put too much on you, but you did a great job, Falk. I mean, I'm sure we'll have more debates in the future. Like I've literally had to sit and talk with Aiden, and I thought I went over a little bit of his chat when I was on his stream. So if you could do that in Aiden Underground stream where everybody in the chat's calling you retarded just for being there, then you're okay. I think you're okay. Just stand by your convictions, and you did. And I think you did fine. You did fine. And yeah, Blue Jay says like sweeping it under the rug is a perfect example of sweeping. Speak clear and fast. Try not to leave the room for interruption. That's exactly what you got to do. If you saw me going, I was just going and going and going. Falk would leave like a space, and then they were like, it's like hot. It's like double dutch. You're just sitting there bouncing, waiting for your chance to get in. You know.
Oh, double dutch, I can understand.
Yeah. E.g., you can't let anything go. No, I'm petty. Petty University graduate here, baby. I got a PhD in petty. Don't I? Right? I don't know. I was hoping Falk was going to do the song. All right, guys. Anyway, Alex gotta go. I'm gonna go play Resident Evil. We're gonna do that on stream. I gotta finish the first game first. I'm debating on whether or not I want to wait until the VR mod drops for that, because they're gonna make it. But the game just came out today. It's really fun. Looks really scary. I kind of shit myself a couple times playing it. But Leon's back, baby, and that's exciting. And that's a win for everybody. But thank you guys all for being here. Thank you guys for the super chatters, Mad Daddy Moonshine, and Daniel's crew, of course. You guys are the lifeblood that keeps these things exciting in the chat, for being here and being supportive and giving your takes and listening to the screaming over each other. Blood sports, baby. That's what I think they call it, right? Blood sports. Any last words, Valak? He's just doing mom stuff. Just doing mom stuff. I've got work to do. I had to see this, though. All right. Thank you, guys. I'll see you guys on Monday. No snowstorms this weekend. Let's hope. Let's hope it stays that way. Anyway, peace out.